Hey, yo, welcome into week 9 of the pregame and all-day coverage here on the Fantasy Football Network. We have Zack, a.k.a. Craze. I'm pointing the wrong way. And we also have Zack with the shot callers. We'll be joined shortly from Zack with Ocean State. And the other shot caller, Ben, hashtag Fantasy is Life. How y'all doing this morning?
I'm doing pretty good.
Ready to get cracking here on week 9. A lot of news this morning with actives and inactives.
McCaffrey is back. Yep.
McCaffrey's back. Darnold's
feeling good about starting him today?
I'm starting McCaffrey 100%. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I kind of have to. Also, I could start like I mean that's the thing. If you have Chuba, it's you're going to start McCaffrey over him, obviously. So yeah, just go.
Yeah,
gotta roll the dice.
I think it's going to be a snap count, but only to a certain extent. I still think that he's going to see majority of the snaps, and with those snaps, obviously the targets and the carries are going to come. So,
yeah, they said that they won't give him his normal workload, but if he gets in and gets rolling, I don't see how they don't.
Exactly.
If they don't give him his normal workload of being on the field, 90% of the time, that's all right with me as a Panthers fan supporting the Christian McCaffrey jersey. 70% of the time, I'm okay with that number.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he gets anywhere from 50 to 75% of his normal workload, you're looking at a 20-point day. So I definitely have him starting in a couple of leagues myself. In fact, over Hubbard. So it was nice to see that pop up this morning with the active. I was like, oh my God, finally. Of course, I did that last year, and he hurt his shoulder in his first game back. So I'm going to –
I know, right? You have to temper expectations a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to try to stay calm, woosah, all that. So we actually have our first question over here in the chat real quick. Jared Cook or Kittle today?
Oh.
I'm probably going to actually start Jared Cook this week. Against the Eagles, their linebackers aren't great. And from everything I've heard, Kittle is back, but Kittle is going to be on a snap count just like McCaffrey. So I want to see Kittle get in there. And they really need to utilize him differently than what they have been utilizing him earlier in the season. They were using him a lot in the blocking, which he's great at, but they need to get him more involved in the passing game for fantasy-wise. So for me, this week, I'm going to roll with Cook. But going forward, I'd much rather have Kittle. But
yeah, I 100% agree with you there. I mean, I think you have to go Cook, especially Kittle's coming back off injury. We'll see what happens. He loves to block, too. I mean, he loves being part of that blocking game. So Jared Cook, you might be able to get a touchdown out of him. And he's also been a pretty clutch contributor on third downs, I've noticed. So he's a good safety blanket for Herbert.
Yeah, and I think I saw Debo's actually active, so we're not.
Yeah.
He's not going to suck up any of those targets from what we were hoping Debo would sit, I guess, if you're a Kittle owner. But I'm a big-time Kittle owner. I'm a big fan of his. I have him in several leagues, and I got him in my lineup in every single one of them. I got to go with Kittle. I don't know how you say Kittle.
Yeah, I actually have Kittle and Cook in my Dynasty League, and I put in Kittle because I need a big week as opposed to that 10 points. And I think Kittle's got a better chance of getting that. But
right.
If your team's going to be good and you need the 10 points, Cook's going to get you that.
Yeah, Cook's your safe floor where Kittle's your higher ceiling. So it depends on what you need in your matchup, but I just don't know how you sit Kittle. I'm a big Kittle fan.
You've been sitting on him.
He's my blind spot, I guess, when it comes to fantasy. Every year he gets hurt, and every year I draft him because I love that guy. So I'm gonna get rid of that, and I'm gonna bring in here's Zack with Ocean State. What's up, brother? We got 3 Zacks and a Kyle here.
Let's go.
Oh, it's pretty.
What's going on, guys? How we doing?
Pretty good. I guess while you're here, we'll get your thought on this first question we had. Jared Cook or Kittle today?
That's tough. I'm gonna say Kittle.
Yeah, I was on Kittle too. Oh, here's Ben. We got a big group today.
Oh, there he is.
What's up, Ben? How you doing, man?
Yo. Oh, just in in line for Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin', trying to get that coffee in before the big games today.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, kind of jealous right now, to be honest. I could go
I
for a
am
donut.
too.
Hey, so my boy provides the NFL tickets, so I bring some hash browns, bring some coffee for him and his wife. So
That's
you know
fair.
what it is. Fantasy
All
is
right.
life. Got to pay it forward.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's awesome.
What are your thoughts on Cook or Kittle today?
Cook has the better floor. Kittle has the higher ceiling.
Literally
That seems
what
to be
we're
the
saying.
consensus.
Yeah, glad you agree.
Me too. So the thing about it is that I was reading that Kittle will be on the field for more of the pass catching duties rather than I said duties. Rather than like any blocking. So I think Ross Dwelley is the backup. So you could see him in the with his snap count being lower in Kittle, Dwelley blocking more. So, it's going to be tough. I have to make the same decision for my flex, either Kittle or McNichols or Marvin Jones Jr. So I got to figure that out. But I'm going to go. Who are the Chargers playing again?
Eagles.
The
Eagles.
If you want the safe bet, I'd go Jared Cook.
All right, so we're pretty split on that one.
Yeah, it's team dependent, really.
Yeah, it is. It depends on if you want that safe floor or that high ceiling, honestly. Depends on your matchup. We got another question that Corey sent me this morning from someone that texted him. Will Mac Jones lead New England to the playoffs, and should we be worried about Mahomes?
Yes, we should be worried about Mahomes, I think. I mean, defenses have definitely caught on how to contain that Kansas City offense. So until we see some big adjustments, I think they're going to be in a little bit of trouble. So, yeah, be concerned about Mahomes. What was the first part of that question?
Will Mac Jones lead New England to the playoffs?
And you're banking on a wild card, so it matters how the rest of the AFC is going to do, right? I don't think so in his rookie year. I'm going to lean towards no. But he could. He very well could.
I think they will make the playoffs. They're obviously going to lose this week to the Panthers, but I think going forward that they have a good enough team where they can make things happen. The defense is still great, and Damian Harris is really coming into his own, which is going to allow them to run the ball and ground and pound, which helps Mac Jones out. And he's shown that he can be a great quarterback in that system. So I think they will. And I think you should also be worried about Patrick Mahomes, but he's still going to put up some numbers. He's just got to cut down on those turnovers and those dumb plays. He's looking kind of like Jameis Winston right now when he was in Tampa, making some of those dumb plays. Like, he has the talent and he's got the arm strength and the ability to make the throws, but the decision-making just hasn't been there for what I've seen so far this year.
At least we're honest about our biases, calling that Panthers over New England situation. I'm just going to say, if they lose to Carolina, they're not going to make the playoffs. No offense. Well, I guess all offense, but where do you think they're Ocean State, Zach?
About Mac Jones?
Mac Jones and Pat Mahomes.
So
Both.
So Mac Jones is probably the best rookie quarterback, obviously. So
yeah.
I mean, that's a plus right there. So which sucks, obviously, playing in the AFC East. It's like obviously they would get the best rookie quarterback, after having Brady for so long.
Right.
But I think Pat Mahomes will be all right back half of the season. A lot of those interceptions are just like ricocheting off his receivers' hands. But still, I mean, does he lead the league for interceptions at this point? He has to be up there if he's not.
It's actually a good question.
Yes.
Because I know he was up there with Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Who's got 4 touchdowns on the season.
It's just not good company to keep.
No.
I guess if you're Zach Wilson, you're excited that you're keeping company with Mahomes. But on the other flip flop, Mahomes has got to be pissed.
He was just excited to see Mike White get injured. Wow. That was the only thing he was excited to see.
Mahomes has thrown a pick in every game since week 1. It's crazy. Wow.
I think he threw 4 all of last year.
Yeah, like something crazy like that. Wow.
Patrick Mahomes is pulling the Tom Brady from what Tom Brady did last year. He's sucking until the playoffs, and then they're going to steamroll through him.
Yeah, so this year, to pull up the stat, Patrick Mahomes has thrown 10 interceptions. And then after that, there's 4 players tied with 9. Taylor Heineke, Joe Burrow, Zach Wilson, and Trevor Lawrence.
Oh,
Yikes.
Wow.
yikes, indeed.
Rough.
Oh, that's kind of gross.
Especially because I have him in like 2 leagues too, so it's like I would have him the year he.
So you've done a lot of fetal position, crying in the corner under the desk.
Yeah, because I mean, at least my like team that I cheer for is good, you know. So at least I have that to look forward to.
Actually, I think
go Dolphins.
I think you bring up a good point. Like, what are we doing with Tua being out today? Everybody downgraded. Like Gesicki, is he downgraded? Waddle downgraded?
I think you got to downgrade Waddle a little bit. I don't think Gesicki really downgrades much. Without Parker,
I agree with that.
I could see him leaning on Gesicki.
I think Gaskins gets a bump.
Yeah, that was my next question. Does Gaskin get a bump? So yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I mean,
Man,
that game.
Gaskin is a bump on my thigh. That guy.
You should get that looked at.
He doesn't know. Yeah, right. And everyone should, because he's a bump on everyone's thigh. And Gaskin doesn't know that fantasy is life. He doesn't know it's a vibe. He doesn't know we need consistency out of a running back situation. You know, I bet you if they did go through a running back every game, you know, they'd probably not be 1-7 right now. Just food for thought, Brian Flores. I know you're watching this.
I mean, especially when you watch what Jonathan Taylor did the other night, and you realize that they could have had him with the same draft pick that they took Noah Igbinoghene, who was just an absolute disaster at cornerback and a complete waste of a draft pick. So it's like everyone hyped up the Dolphins about all the draft picks they had, but they seem to fail on almost all of them. So it's like, you know, it's just tough to watch all these other guys succeed. Michael Pittman Jr., another guy we could have had, DeAndre Swift, you know. Instead, we're rolling out Myles Gaskins and Salman Ahmed. So it's tough.
Gaskin could be good if they give him a consistent workload. Yeah. That's his problem, is consistency. He'll get 30 touches one week and 4 the next, and you just never know what the hell to do with him. That's the frustrating part there. We got Sushi Lover over here in the chat. Did the Niners win today? Heard that Kyler and D-Hop most likely not play.
Kyler, I don't think I benched Kyler this week fantasy-wise. So I think the Niners definitely stand a good chance. I'm curious to see what they're going to do running game-wise with like JaMychal Hasty and Eli Mitchell, like how that whole breakdown is going to go. But I like the Niners, definitely. I think they're going to be able to control the ball.
They activated Jeff Wilson too, right?
Yeah, Jeff Wilson Jr. is who I also, yeah.
So that could be an absolute mess. That backfield could be a mess today.
Raheem Mostert's twin brother in the Man of Glass, Jeff Wilson Jr. Injured on the 3rd play. What did he hurt?
Nah, he'll be good for 2 touchdowns in a game this year, and then he'll be hurt.
Exactly. Yeah, he's going to become like the number 1 waiver wire option, and then
he will get hurt. Yes.
Well, it'll be like the same week too. Like he'll score 2 touchdowns, get hurt. Everybody will spend all their fab and their top waiver spots to get him, and then on Wednesday they'll be like, "Oh, he broke his leg in the game. Sorry, we forgot to mention."
He broke both legs in the game.
I'm impartial to Jeff Wilson Jr. simply because he follows me on Instagram. So I'm gonna refrain from saying anything negative. I picked him up, but that backfield is generally a disaster fantasy wise. But I mean, what happens to Elijah Mitchell now? You feel confident?
See, that's a great question. Is he going to get like the goal line work? Because I don't think he is. So I think that definitely limits his ceiling. I think Eli Mitchell, he's also dealing with like a rib injury. I think he's stuck now in that like 17 to 20 range, probably running back, like, a mid to late RB2.
Yeah, probably should have sold him this week.
Yeah.
if you're an owner, because that could end up being a mess if they keep doing what they've done in the past. But I mean, he's been playing well. He does have that injury, which hurts. But if he keeps doing what he's been doing, they might still keep giving him the workloads until. But probably not today with that rib injury. It's hard to say. It's so hard to say. Shanahan's random as hell. So yeah, you don't know.
That just makes me
Go
hesitant to start
inside.
any of
I'll be
them.
right back.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes you very hesitant.
I got a question off Instagram here. So you got to start one of the guys: Daryl Williams, Javonte Williams, or Jeremy McNichols.
Say it one more time. Devontae Williams.
Javonte Williams, Daryl Williams, or Jeremy McNichols.
I'm so curious to see how McNichols is going to be used. Right, he's like that wild card out of those three. I just don't know.
Yeah, I think he'll get a lot of passing work this week.
Right.
But I think going forward, he starts to lose the early down work. But I think this week he could have that early down work because he knows the offense best.
Right.
Yeah, but they did sign Peterson.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I think going forward. But right now, I think McNichols still going to have a better idea of the offense, the plays, the pass protection, that kind of thing. So I told him to start Javonte.
Javonte, I'm thinking about benching Javonte this week. Javonte's scaring me he's so hard to trust.
Melvin Gordon has been just good enough to make me feel too confident in Williams.
Exactly. It's driving me crazy.
If McNichols is like a plug and play and that offense is run, play action off the Ryan Tannehill, and if he just plug and play and he obviously knows the offense, no Darrington Evans. So he's the only guy that really knows the playbook. So at least for this week, he has to. I mean, if you're asking me those three guys, I'm saying McNichols probably one, just for the simple fact that he could see the opportunity probably.
I don't know, man. I like Daryl Williams in a matchup against Green Bay with no Rodgers. I don't know.
It's a tough one. I can see a situation where you start all of them.
I don't know if Gore is gonna get that much work every week. I'm feeling Daryl Williams in that group.
Yeah, that guy Gore, he looked good last week.
He looked real good, but I don't think they're ready to commit to him.
Are we sure Frank Gore didn't go undercover? And
he had a kid, and it's Derek.
Yeah.
All right, so I got one for us too. Then, in that same vein, Javonte Williams, Rashad Bateman, or Darnell Mooney.
Javonte
Bateman.
I'm thinking Bateman too, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I would go Bateman. Sammy Watkins isn't playing. He was expected to play, but in pregame they decided that he wasn't ready. So Bateman's gonna be the number 2 target on that team, maybe number 3 target on that team. So I'd probably go him. I think he's got the higher upside. But if you need 8 to 10 points, Javonte Williams will get you those 8 to 10 points.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I tend to, and I know Ben said he'd be right back. I know he'd probably agree with me. Default to the running back there.
I know it's tough.
1,000%.
Craze, I think you said you had a few more questions. Oh wait, actually we got one in the chat here real quick.
I got a few more coming up. Don't worry.
Start Ayuk or Beasley, full PPR. Worried that Beasley will be limited in game script. Worries me. Thoughts?
Ayuk scares me.
I'd still start Beasley.
Yeah.
I think it'll be they'll score a lot of points early, and then from there we'll see what they do. They might choose to just screw Jacksonville and put up 50 points. So
that's possible.
It's very possible. I think I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills did that just for fun.
With Debo active and Kittle coming back, I just don't feel safe starting Ayuk at all.
That's exactly what I would say too. I mean, I don't know how you can have any confidence prior to that,
Right. Yeah, it's
people want to know, do you start Herbert this week or are you starting Montgomery?
Herbert.
Montgomery.
Iffy. Oh, Benny Boy's back. Welcome back.
I say Herbert.
Yep.
Yeah, still not sure how much Montgomery's going to play.
Yeah, I guess I should check that more.
I think Herbert will probably – I think they're just going to ease Montgomery. And if they were smart, they wouldn't play Montgomery at all this week since they're on bye next week.
And they're playing Pittsburgh.
But Matt Nagy's
going
going to Matt Nagy, so –
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going
Herbert
with
for me, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Herbert as
You're
well.
right. They got
you
the
got
bye
us.
week. They got
Yeah,
the bye week next week. Ease them in.
Yeah, but I don't think the Bears are that smart.
That's true. That's a fair
Matt
point.
Nagy is back this week, so David Montgomery could see 100% of the touches for the first, few plays, and then get hurt again.
That's I was about to say the same thing actually. All right, flex 1 PPR: Julio, Emmanuel Sanders, Melvin Gordon.
Julio.
I'm going Sanders.
Yeah,
actually.
I'm going Julio.
I'm thinking Sanders.
I'm thinking Sanders.
Sanders put up a dud last week, so
No catches
he's got to bounce back.
Yeah.
Does he, though?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
I don't know.
He does,
He
though.
probably will bounce back to an extent, but I think Julio without Derrick Henry, Ryan Tannehill is just going to be throwing the ball over the place. So I think Julio scores this week, and I think he actually has a pretty good 16 to 18-point range.
Or he pulls his hamstring again.
Yeah, I mean, that's very possible, too. He'll have 16 to 18 or he'll have 0.
Yeah, that's –
So if you need a guy who's going to get you, 10 points, start Melvin Gordon. And if not, I'd go Julio because I think he's got the higher ceiling.
I have trust issues with Julio that go all the way back to his Atlanta days. That dude's always pulling a hamstring. So
I'm starting Melvin Gordon today. So I'm gonna just, for that simple fact, I'm gonna go Melvin Gordon.
my
Hopefully
boy's
he
gonna
just falls
shut
in the
that
end zone.
run game down, bro. Actually, that's probably not.
We got another question in the chat here. Beasley, Julio, Damian Harris, or Van Jefferson? I'm going Damian Harris against the Panthers. I know it's a
me
bad
too.
matchup.
Yep.
It's a bad matchup. Shaq's back, and the offense is going to be better for the Panthers this week, but he's still going to see the bulk work out of the backfield.
Touchdown!
Huh?
Touchdown!
Okay.
Harris, yeah, that's pretty much all he does. Is
Yeah.
score touchdowns. I'd say Harris, but the unfortunate part is the Rams play late at night tonight. So,
Right.
I like Jefferson if Wood for some reason can't go. I know he's been questionable. I would love Jefferson in that
He's
spot.
expected to play.
I heard that Woods is going to play. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
But it
expected
looks
to
like
play.
he's gonna
And,
play. Yeah.
I mean, it's really between, in my opinion, Damian Harris and Cole Beasley. I mean, Cole Beasley had a great game last week against the Dolphins in the second half because, that first half was pretty dismal on both ends. But, I mean, just the guaranteed touches with Damian Harris, the almost guaranteed touchdown he's going to get. I mean, like they've been looking at him in the pass game even a little more, rather than targets or whatever. Granted, it's not substantial, but it is a tiny bit more than what they have been, which is good because, if he can convert to that every down back and even be used in the pass catching game, I mean, it's just he's going to be high end RB2 status.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he might actually not score this week, but I think the volume he gets will be. Obviously, I have faith in Panthers defense this week, but it may be biased, but
I don't see a lot of Panther biases out there, so it's a little refreshing. We got you on the Panthers, we got Benny Boy on the Jets, Zack,
and we got a Dolphins fan
on the Dolphins. We got
the
Shot
Giants
on the Giants. Yep. I'm the only one rooting for a good team this year, and it's the Cowboys, which is totally messed up still in its own right. So Last year we'd all be crying together. This year is what it is. All right, fellas. Kyle Pitts or Mike Gesicki?
Ooh,
Pitts.
Gesicki.
Gesicki. Yeah.
I'm never been
just
too Pitts.
And I
the
think you got to
targets
go
are going
with
to be
Pitts.
funneled.
Yeah, last week you saw Stephon Gilmore put on Pitts when it mattered, and I don't think the Saints are gonna. They don't have a corner who can cover him, and I don't think they're gonna put
What?
safety.
What?
Lattimore is not gonna
Don't
go
disrespect
and
Marshawn.
lock up Kyle Pitts.
Yes,
He might.
He won't.
He is
Okay.
greater signed Stephen Gilmore. He's definitely better than Stephen Gilmore at
Yeah,
this point.
and
I think.
he locked up DK that one game, except for that one crazy play. It was that one play, and that was it. And
Lattimore
he was
plays
pushing
outside
around.
though.
It
He's
matters.
not. He's
They
not a
wanna win the
corner
game.
that covers tight ends regularly.
I understand that, but there's no better threat in that offense than Kyle Pitts. So if you're the best cornerback or defensive player on the team, you're going to guard the best offensive player on that team. In my opinion, the coach could have a different opinion, but if they want to win the game by a good margin, because the defense is going to have to really stand up because their quarterback situation is like non-existent. So I mean, that's my take. And if Sean Payton, wants to come collect this bounty, he can come to LA and we can get this thing going.
Yeah. And the other thing too
I
is
don't
like
think
you have
they-
no there's no Devontae Parker.
Yeah.
There's no Devontae Parker, so it's like instantly there's more targets available. And I think Brissett, when he was filling in earlier in the season, didn't really have too much going on. Was it Waddle, right? It was more Tua that had the connection with Waddle. So now Gesicki kind of fills in that spot, and I think Brissett leans on him this week, especially because they're going against the Texans, whereas Falcons are going against New Orleans. New Orleans is actually a pretty decent defense. It's definitely a lot better than Houston. So I think just for that reason alone, you should have some pretty good confidence in Gesicki this week.
Yeah, I definitely think Gesicki has a good game, but I can't.
I think you
bench
can start
it.
both.
I was literally
Yeah,
about to say,
put
why
one
not
of these
start
guys.
both?
Depending on who's
Yeah.
in your flex, I think you can start both.
That's a good point. Yeah, if you can get them both in there, do it. All right, CMC or Patterson PPR?
CMC.
I'm
Oh,
going
man.
CMC. Even
You
on a
can't
pitch
bench
count, I'm going
CMC for Patterson. You're gonna be kicking yourself if you bench Christian McCaffrey this week.
Yeah, if you
CMC.
if you wasted a first overall pick, you got to start him.
Yeah.
Same. I agree.
All right. New Life says, "Hi guys, what do you think of starting Tyrod against Miami?"
I'm doing it. So I'm with you.
Do it. Start him.
Yeah.
He's going to have a bigger game.
Yeah, he's a good streamer this week for sure. All right, I'm down QBs. Who should I pick up? Danny Dimes, Jordan Love, Jimmy G, Mac Jones, Tyrod, or anyone else still available? Well, we don't know who else is still available.
Trevor Siemian. I would out of those, I don't want to start any of them. I'm probably leaning towards Trevor Siemian against the Falcons, actually. The
I'd probably
Falcons
lean
defense is
Tyrod.
yeah, I think it's between Tyrod and Trevor. For me, I picked up Trevor Siemian to play over Tyrod because I think Kamara's going to eat in the passing game this week. So even if he's just got to throw screens to Kamara all game because they're going to run a lot of screens with Kamara this week. So he's literally just got to throw a screen pass and Kamara can break it for 50 at any time. So for me, that's what I would go with.
Yeah, it's between Tyrod and Danny Dimes for me.
Yeah.
I mean, the Giants are playing the Raiders. That's not a scary matchup by any means. So I'd probably lean Daniel Jones, actually.
He's got the rushing upside, so if you need just something to make you feel better about starting him, at least
Yeah.
chances are you could
100%.
probably maybe sneak one in.
Anybody else have any thoughts? We good?
Yeah, I'm leaning Danny Dimes, just because he's going to have to try to find a way to win. And nevertheless, offense, defense, coaching, whatever. The Raiders are in turmoil right now. Granted, they'll probably win in the end, but for fantasy purposes, I think I think Danny Dimes. But, Tyrod is a good second. Coming off an injury, though, I'm always skeptical.
All right. New life with another one. Half PPR, Waddle, Daryl Williams, or Elijah Mitchell?
Screw you, Jeff Wilson. But I'm going Elijah Mitchell.
I think Daryl Williams will score.
Daryl Williams too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's safer. I think
Daryl
he's
Williams.
the safest anyways.
Yeah, I think so too. Daryl Williams for me as well.
Really? With the emergence of Derek Gore?
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah. Mahomes or Hurts?
I don't know.
How do you bench Mahomes?
I know.
Yeah.
It is pretty crazy though. That's a valid question.
Yeah.
Like that's a legit question. Like
And the Chargers are without their top 2 corners.
I'm going Mahomes. I think Mahomes is a safer pick.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oscar
All right.
the Grouch.
I just don't trust those Eagles wide receivers.
Yeah,
Right.
I got a question here. So pick 2, Rondale Moore, Tyler Boyd, Van Jefferson, or David Montgomery.
I think I'd go Van Jefferson.
Van for sure. You
Yeah.
need 2 though, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
2.
Okay, so Van Jefferson is definitely one.
Who were the first 2 you said again?
Rondale Moore, Tyler Boyd.
Ugh.
Ooh.
I don't like either of those two.
I like. Man, yeah.
Yeah, I think I told him to go with Jefferson and Boyd.
Yeah, I think that's probably good. I was gonna say I like Moore if Hopkins sits out, but then if Murray's
Right.
out too,
Yeah,
I don't.
if Murray's playing, Hopkins is going to play, and if
Yeah,
they're both.
So you got. So you're saying you don't have confidence in Colt McCoy?
No.
No, I'm an OU fan. I
No.
watched him play at Texas for too long. No faith in Colt McCoy.
Yeah, no.
All right, we got Russell
Tyler
Gage.
Boyd?
Oh, sorry. I thought we got
No,
everybody.
go ahead. Go ahead.
My bad. Go ahead. I thought we got everybody. That's my fault.
No. This is a selfish one. We'll go with the people. Let's go with
All right.
the people.
What the people want.
All right, he says Russell Gage or Kadarius Toney.
And then he added in
And then he
Devontae
also
Smith.
added, Devontae Smith.
Kadarius Toney. I'm starting Tony over
Yeah,
Devontae Smith
Tony,
in the league.
for sure.
I think Sterling Shepard's out. Galladay is going to play, but I just personally don't feel like Galladay fits into that offense that well. So I think Tony's
He doesn't fit into football anymore.
I think
Yeah, right.
You don't fit
Galladay
His hamstrings don't
should
fit.
fit into the offense.
You're not here
Jason
reading
Garrett, I
minds.
think, is the problem.
Yeah, I think Jason Garrett's
Because
problem too.
Kenny Galladay could play the Darius Slayton role 100 times
Right.
better than Darius Slayton's
Right.
playing.
Yeah.
But, Jason Garrett's over there, so.
Listen,
Yeah.
Jason Garrett coached my Cowboys for over a decade somehow. I can assure you he is the problem. The only thing he knows how to do is this right here.
Come on, let's all give a Jason Garrett clap.
He's the clapper. That's it. That's all he knows how to do.
On the flip side, though, so if Marshawn Lattimore does shut down Kyle Pitts, no Calvin Ridley, who's left for the pass catching options besides superstar Cordarrelle Patterson?
Yeah.
Zacchaeus.
Yeah.
Tajay Sharp apparently.
Zacchaeus.
Tajay Sharp's been coming on, too. Yeah.
Tajay Sharp.
I know.
Yeah, I was
Crazy.
big on
That's
Russell
wild.
Gage in the offseason. I thought he was going to have a great year.
Me too.
Same.
Ben
Yep.
hit us
Hasn't
with
been
that
down.
party light there with the hand over the sun. Strobe light go- got a strobe light going over there. We're gonna have to put up a strobe light warning for people with epilepsy watching our show this morning.
We got Ertz or Freiermuth.
Freiermuth.
Yeah,
He's been killing it recently. He is like, oh.
Yeah.
The Muth.
The move.
Moo.
Yeah, no Eric Ebron. No Eric Ebron too. So
Yeah, Eric
Right.
Ebron's out,
he's
so
smash play.
Yeah.
me likey.
Tyler Boyd or Donovan People-Jones?
Boyd.
Boyd.
Yeah, Boyd.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have a couple questions on Instagram. Let's see.
Oh, we got Corey. Hold on. Corey's
Okay.
popping in here. Devontae Booker or Thielen at flex PPR?
Thielen.
Booker.
I like Booker.
Yeah,
I'm on Booker.
kind of leaning
Yeah.
towards Booker myself.
Just go look at his game log. He hasn't really disappointed.
That is
But
correct.
Thielen's been pretty good the past 2 weeks.
True.
But Max Crosby is going to have a club session like I'm having over here with the Sun on that offensive line of the New York Giants.
Yep.
I'm loving the party vibe in here, man. We got Strobe.
Always. It's always a vibe.
What is Marvin Jones' floor against Buffalo today?
0 points.
It's about
0 points is the
2.5 in full PPR.
Yep.
2 catches for 5 yards.
Yes.
There you go. That's the floor.
Who is a better game today, Marvin Jones or Jamal Agnew?
No.
Oh my God.
No.
Next question.
No.
Just no.
Marvin
It's going
Jones.
to be a hard no for me, dog.
Exactly. It's like Shark Tank. It's gonna be no. No for me. I don't know, man.
So-
Between those two, I just don't know. Flip a coin, I guess, between Agnew and Jones.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
Agnew in one of my DFS lineups because he's pretty much nothing. So,
Yeah. He's good for that. For a
Yeah.
filler if you spend your money somewhere else. That's a good point. And also going back a couple questions, so could Tajay Sharp be also possibly. So things like that to think about. I'm not much of a DFS guy though, so that's about all the wisdom I have for you on that today.
huge DFS guy. They're just playing.
Would you play Devontae over Marvin Jones? I'm thin because I really already have Mike Williams and more.
Yeah, I'd play Devonta Smith over Marvin Jones.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I think
Chargers
I
are
take
their
Marvin
top-
Jones.
The Chargers without their top 2 corners. I have zero faith in the Eagles' offense, but I think they got to start getting Devonta Smith back more involved.
I mean, I do agree. I think they need to get him more involved, but they haven't been the past couple of weeks. So, and I just don't know if that's going to change. I feel like this is going to be like a big Kenny Gainwell game for whatever reason, especially because he didn't go off last week. I think he's going to be super involved. So I don't know. I think it's going to be tough. I'm leaning towards Marvin Jones though in this case. And also just in that same vein, what the hell is going on with Shenault, right? Like Shenault is just like become such a bust. And it's like, yeah, let's throw to Agnew and Tavon Austin and just like,
yeah, where did Jamal Agnew come from?
I don't know.
He came from returning punt.
Yeah, special teamer.
He also got picked up at the club Urban Meyer was at. Urban Meyer was like, "Yeah, you want to come play a little football? Catch the ball a couple times. It'll be good."
Just picking fans out of the stands.
Yeah.
Chenault's like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
he might have slept with the coach's daughter or something. Who knows?
James Robinson and Shenault. All right, I respect it.
They both did, yeah.
Yeah.
Should I start D-Hop or Rondell Moore?
And he also goes on to say, I got Gore and Melvin Gordon at the bench too. So out of the 4 of those guys, I have to go with Melvin Gordon. D-Hop, I don't think is going to play. Rondell Moore is going to have a backup quarterback throwing him the ball. And I don't trust Gore enough. So for me, it's got to be Melvin Gordon easy.
Yeah, agreed.
Yep,
I agree.
Melvin Gordon.
That was an easy one.
D-Hop. Not easy. It was not the Staples button. That was easy.
Another Van Jefferson type question: Zach Moss or Van Jefferson?
Moss.
Ooh, I don't know. That Buffalo running back, they're so hard to trust.
I think it's gonna be positive. I think it's gonna be positive game script for Zach Moss this week. So that's the way I'm leaning towards that one.
They've shown they both can have
right.
They both can have a good game. I mean, it might not be superstar level from both of them, but one of them is going to fall in the end zone in this game. And if you're going to bank on any of them, I'm saying Zach Moss.
Anybody else have any questions ready to go? We ran out in the chat.
Yes, I do.
All right.
Let's see. We got. Where is it? We rolling with. Okay, so pick one at flex: Tony, Sanders, or Devonta Smith.
Tony.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Jacoby Myers or Marvin Jones? I think I know how everyone's going to go on this one, but that's another question I got to ask.
Myers or who?
Myers or Marvin Jones?
MJJ.
Yeah, Jones.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's popular today.
Jacoby Myers is getting on my nerves. I'm over it.
Yeah.
I keep giving him the benefit of the doubt week after week in at least one league, and he just keeps screwing me over.
Yeah, and I don't really think it matters who's covering him this week, whether it's AJ Boye, Stephon Gilmore, Dante Jackson, CJ Henderson. He's not going to be wide open much.
Yeah. Here's a hot take for you. Greg Zuerlein should be played every week, in my opinion.
I don't play with kickers, so I have zero
coming in
input
hard
on
with
this
the kicker facts, you know?
All right, so here's another Marvin Jones. Kittle, Marvin Jones Jr., or McNichols?
Oh, isn't that for our league? Don't you have all three of those players? Is this for you, Benny?
He's like, who? What? Who are you talking about?
Yeah, this is our. Yeah, don't advise him on this. Guys.
Random Instagram user.
Wait, all right, so Kittle, Marvin Jones Jr., who?
And McNichols.
Kittle, man. Give me Kittle.
McNichols.
Yeah, I'm kind
Lead
of
him wrong, Zack.
I'm kind of leaving McNichols here, with the fact that I don't think AP or Foreman get that involved this week.
I think I'd go McNichols as well.
That question was from a random Instagram user.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his Instagram user 1647.
His username is not been done a 69.
Fantasy is.
Oh shoot, man. Let's see. I don't have any more questions.
All right, I got one. So Waddle or Daryl Williams. This is for me. So Waddle, Damian Williams, Khalil Herbert, or Marvin Jones.
Huh.
Wow.
Was it Damian or Daryl?
Daryl
Williams. Daryl.
You said Waddle was the first one?
Yeah, Waddle, Khalil Herbert, Daryl Williams, or Marvin Jones.
I think Herbert. I think if we're thinking Montgomery's going to be like sitting or not have a prominent role, then I'd lean Herbert. And Herbert has been getting that volume.
I'm still going Daryl Williams. I'm going to go with Daryl Williams because Herbert against Pitt, no thanks.
Yeah, I had Waddle in up until a Tua injury, and then from there I've been Williams. Maybe I play Herbert.
Yeah. I'm going Herbert. I don't like Daryl Williams. Daryl Williams is a poor man CEH, but Derek Gore changes the game in his north to west north to south running ability.
See, we were worried about our viewers,
Right.
having a seizure because of that strobing sun, and it turns out it actually just gave Ben a stroke instead.
Yeah.
Who do we like more at flex? McNichols, Moss, or Tony?
Moss this week.
Tony?
It's not
Maybe
McNichols.
I might be biased with Tony. Maybe I just want Tony to do well. But
Yeah.
I think he's going to do fairly well, though. I think without Shepard, he's going to get the targets.
Yeah, I think he'll get the targets, but I'm probably leading Zach Moss due to the fact that they're playing Jacksonville. And they'll probably get up early by 4 scores and just start running the ball.
Which is what we thought they'd do against Miami. But I do agree with
Yeah, they've got to eventually do it,
Eventually, they will beat a team bad that they're supposed to. I like Moss there, too.
Yeah, McNichols. I'm going to die on the McNichols hill. And just
Apparently.
So I guess that begs my next question.
Today on McNichols.
Mick. Robert Woods or Kadarius Toney?
Tony.
Yeah.
Tony.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Woods' health.
Yeah, he's expected to play, but how much he actually plays, who knows?
Exactly. If he aggravates, it's just risky. I guess Tony's risky too at this point. He's a Giants receiver, for God's sake. So that's
Tony against the Raiders D rather than Woods against Tennessee's D.
Yeah, unless you got Van Jefferson on your bench to swap out if Woods looks like he might be on a pitch count or something, but I don't think they'll announce that. So that's a tough call, man.
Yeah, I think because it's a later game, it's kind of harder to pivot away from him if pregame, aggravates his injury or whatever.
Yeah. Go pick up Van Jefferson and play him. Waddle or Mooney, PPR?
Ugh.
Waddle. I'm not trusting any Bears.
I go Waddle too.
Waddle.
Yeah,
Waddle.
Waddle with it.
All right, I got another one for me. So pick 2. We got Devontae Smith, Julio Jones, Adrian Peterson, Allen Robinson, or Laviska Shenault.
Oh man.
What?
Oh my God.
Struggling in this league.
Just give up.
I got fantasy poisoning. It's coming out of both ends.
Devonta Smith, yes, is definitely one of them. It's kind of a crapshoot on the second.
Who was the second guy you listed?
Julio.
Yeah, Julio. Devontae and
I guess Julio, yeah.
Yeah, those are the 2 I currently have in.
I remember
thinking
when you were going through the second guy, I was like, okay, he's for sure. And then I forgot who it was. So
Julio was my for sure, and that was really between Smith and Peterson, to be honest. But
They just keep losing you, Benny.
I know, man. Having some connectivity issues there.
I don't know what's going on.
All right. We got about 10 more minutes here before kick. Anybody else have any more questions?
I think that was a sign. I think I'm going to hop off and just get everything situated. But everyone, good luck today. Fantasy shot callers, we're in the house. Coming to you with Stacking the Studs on Tuesdays. All streaming platforms with our podcast. Also comes out on Tuesdays. Come ask questions. Gain some knowledge, especially if you didn't go to college. Just gain some knowledge. You know what it is. Fantasy is life. You know it's a vibe. All right, peace, y'all. Dad joke.
We'll see you.
Certified.
Zach, you hopping off too?
I'm gonna hop off. I got some lineups to set. I have some DFS work to do as well, real quick. So,
all right,
I'll catch you boys.
Appreciate
great
y'all
being on, of course.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. Good luck.
All right, see you guys.
There you go.
All right, we got any last-minute questions?
We're down to 2 Zacks now.
Yeah. I'll probably stay on for another few minutes, and then I got to go get set up for the games and everything, too.
I was gonna say, yeah, we got about
is.
10 minutes here. If anybody needs to go set a lineup, or I was just kind of swinging through over here and looking for any last minute injuries that might be relevant, but I don't see anything.
James.
Oh, we got
I think just what James Robinson.
Oh,
Corey's in here now. What's up, man?
Bringing in the big guns.
Yeah,
Got rid of the shot collars, bringing in the big guns now. I already asked all my questions, so now I'm ready to jump on here. I got my lineup set, and we're good to go.
let's see. King Marcello has one. Saints D or Pats D? I'm playing Pats D today in a couple leagues.
I'm gonna go Saints D. No bias here.
Yeah, Saints for me.
Pats for me.
So
Yeah,
2
I
and
think-
2. Glad we could
I
not
think-
help them all.
Yeah, I think Darnold and well, I mean you can count my vote for like a half vote if you want, but I think Darnold and Christian McCaffrey both have good games this week.
That's
think-
true. I did pick up the Pats before CMC was active, but I still feel pretty good about it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think
Darnold
there's probably
is awful.
better defenses you can get on the waivers if
Darnold
you're in a
is
league
awful.
where everyone's only rostering one D this week.
I'm in a 12-team league. I'm starting the Saints, and I feel pretty good about it. So I guess in that, if you're in a 12-team,
Yeah.
it's not a bad defense play.
True.
Very, very true. See, I don't think I had any questions in my own leagues, my own personal leagues.
Oh, you're
I
just
did-
that good. You don't need to ask any questions.
Yeah, I got screwed over in my one personal league because on my bench I have Madison because I have Cook obviously, and the rest of my bench is Gibson, Robinson, Corey Davis, and DK Metcalf.
I was
So
going to say,
I am
5
starting.
weeks of injuries. My
Montgomery
my
this week.
lineups were pretty much forced this week, so I didn't really. I take that back. I had a couple with flexes. One of my leagues, I had to choose between Waddle and T. Higgins, and the other were between Waddle and Emmanuel Sanders. I left Waddle in the one over Higgins,
Yeah,
but I did switch out Sanders for Waddle in the other one.
yeah, that's
That
exactly
Tua
what I
news
was
this
gonna say.
morning sent me into a panic on those 2 leagues. So I was like, oh, no.
Yep. You think Brian Flores' last game today?
No, I think they
don't
win.
think so either, but I think
they
like to
win.
see- well, it's tough. I could see Tyrod just making the most of the opportunity.
It's possible. It's very possible.
You know,
Daryl Williams or Jarvis Landry today?
Or Josh Jacobs, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, or Jacobs.
Oh.
He keeps putting all of
Yeah,
his
I
guys
was gonna
in
say that's
two different messages every
that
time.
seems to be. It's not even him today. There's a couple other people who did that as well.
Was that a different guy earlier that did
I
that?
think there was a different guy.
Yeah,
who
it
did
was
that as
someone
well.
else.
I think
No, he did the Gage Tony, and then the next message was or Devontae Smith, and then he just hit us again with Williams Landry, and then another message or Jacobs.
probably Williams.
I'm going with Jacobs.
I don't trust anyone on the Raiders not named Darren Waller.
Huh.
Or maybe Hunter Renfrow this week too. I think you could trust him, but
Yeah,
That's a toughie. I might lean Landry.
to split us even more. So I guess the deciding vote right now comes down to Zach.
all right, Zach, hit us with the wisdom, my guy.
Daryl Williams was the first option, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
go
gonna pick Daryl Williams as the Zach six together here.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go.
This is what we're doing.
Oh, gross.
Daryl.
I didn't realize there was a girl power thing going on here. Sorry.
We got to stick together.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Kittle on a pitch count or Dan Arnold against Buffalo?
So
Ugh.
I faced this decision and I went with Kittle.
Yeah, I'm going with Kittle
You
there.
gotta.
I like Kittle there, especially if
Yeah.
Debo's hurting
He's
a little
playing,
bit.
but yeah, not fully.
If Arnold had a better matchup this week, maybe, but
Mhm.
not against Buffalo.
No. Agreed.
All right, 5 till kick. Anybody else got any more questions?
I think between F&L last night and you guys this morning, I think you've answered all my questions for my leagues. Hey, you think that we're
Oscar's got another one. Would Joe Burrow be a good play over Mahomes?
No, not this week. I don't think so.
Yeah, I agree. You can't.
Not against Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm going Mahomes.
Mahomes it is, my guy. Not as
Need
much
Kelsey.
of a not much of a debate there.
No, that was fairly simple one.
If you enjoy the debating, you need to come a little harder with your questions. I'm just saying.
I just think Mahomes just brings a high ceiling every week. I mean, he's not been playing well, and he's still a top 5 QB. I mean, it's just hard to bet against that. I had a league that this week, a guy traded away Kelsey and Mahomes and just a crap deal, and everyone got upset about it. And he's like, guys, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but they're not the same Chiefs they've been in the past. And it was like, I don't know if you're paying attention, but Mahomes is the number 4 quarterback, and Kelsey is still the number 1 tight end in the league. So they're playing like trash, and they're still at the top.
Yeah, I actually acquired Kelsey in one of my dynasty leagues this week.
Wow, nice job. You probably paid for it, but
I didn't pay that much. Let me see if I can pull it up here.
We just got spoiled to Kelsey and Mahomes last year, and
All
they
right,
just
so
couldn't
here it
keep up
is.
that pace,
So I received Kelsey, Herdman in a first this year, and I gave away Montgomery, Tony in a third. So I paid up, but I'm trying to win this year, and I didn't have a tight end. So
yeah,
that sounds like a decent deal.
sounds like a good deal to me. I love having a stud tight end on my team.
Oh yeah, love it.
Baba Booey says Booker, Gaskin, or Mitchell in my flex.
Booker.
Booker, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nah,
guys.
you gotta go
We'll
Booker.
to, yeah, I'm going with Booker still. He's still got he's gonna get touches. He's gonna get his touches.
Yeah.
Gaskin's a crap
Who's
shooter.
the second one? Gaskin.
Booker, Gaskin.
All right, Zach, Miami fan. What do you think? Booker, Gaskin?
Oh, man, that's tough. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think the last time Gaskin had that crazy game a few weeks back, Brissett was the starter in that game as well too.
Yep.
So there's a chance Gaskin has just one of those 14 target games. But if you want to just have the confidence in 10 solid points, just Devonta Booker, I think.
I agree.
So-
I think it depends on your situation that you're looking at with your matchup. I think if you're looking that you need that big boom possibility, I think you're going Gaskin for the exact reason you just said. And then, like you said, if you're looking for that kind of solid floor and just standard production there, I think you're going Booker just for some safety.
1,000%.
Yep. I like it.
No, I can't answer this next question. Okay, people need to get this. Fantasy football should not have kickers in it.
Dan Carlson or the Eagles kicker? Give me the Eagles kicker.
Who is the Eagles kicker?
I
Jake
don't
Elliott.
even know.
It's
Jake Elliott.
It's still Jake Elliott?
Yeah.
Is it Elliott? No. I actually like Carlson better. I'm just being stupid because he didn't put the name down. I don't know. Flip a coin.
Jake Elliott.
Yeah, but kickers should not be involved in fantasy football. I don't care. I was a kicker in high school. It does not matter. They
I
should not be a part of your league.
disagree. Special teams wins and loses championships.
All right, we got a couple of last-minute ones popping in here
All right.
real quick before kickoff. Roster pretty set. Rank these full PPR. Case of injury. Hyde, Pirine, Michelle, Rojo. Thanks and happy fantasy.
Happy fantasy.
And you put flip Pirine and Hyde, and that's my order.
Yeah. Yeah, for stashing for later, that's probably my order as well.
Yeah.
I'll do one more question, and I'm gonna hop off.
Yeah,
so
we got this. This is the last question we got. AJ Brown or Patterson PPR?
AJ Brown, easy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
gotta
think
go
you can
Brown. like he's concerned
Coming
about
off a
Ramsey.
30-point
I
week.
understand being concerned about Ramsey, but it's freaking AJ Brown. Like,
Well, and I just got a text that said that they expect him to play tonight, so should be good.
he's gonna be
two solid
fine.
weeks from AJ Brown. I think he continues, especially without no Derrick Henry. Someone's got to pick up the slack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, totally agree.
It's
And then
noon.
dude Card says, "What's up, dudes?
What's up, dude cards?
Welcome in, my guy."
What?
All right, it's noon. These games are about to kick off.
Yeah. I'm going to head out. It was a good show this morning.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for having me
Appreciate
on.
you hanging out, man.
Also, good to know you were a kicker in high school. My dude.
Yeah.
Corey's always
Kickers-
defending
kickers'
kickers.
lives
He's a
matter.
kicker in high school and college. So
Yeah, I
he's-
kicked in college too, so I have a soft spot in my heart for kickers.
Yeah.
Yep.
I play wide receiver as well, but they needed a kicker, so I filled in. Well,
Yeah.
It wasn't great. Didn't spend much time on it, but anything 40 and under was okay.
Hey, anything beyond 40, and this is with training with pros, they said anything beyond 40 is just a bonus. So
Yeah, exactly.
it's even considered that in the pros. So
Yeah, and I'm Canadian, so there's really not much going on football wise up here. So
right, so they don't care if you make it or not, huh?
No, we don't attempt 40-yard field goals anyways in games. There's barely 20-yard attempts in games.
That's
So,
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Y'all don't
Sounds
have as
like-
many soccer to football kicker converts in Canada as we do here, I guess.
Because there's not really
Too
much
cold.
soccer going on around here either. It's all hockey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't transition well to kicking.
No, not really.
There's maybe a handful of guys that are trying to cut people with their skates that could.
Yeah, those
maybe-
blades don't do well on those balls, man.
No. I hear you have that Tom Brady effect though if you have like the skates on the balls. But
That's true.
maybe. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Nice.
See
All
ya.
right, see you later, man.
Later, Zach.
2 Zacks down.
I know we're down to the last
And then
Zach
there was
standing.
one. That's right.
Kyle, you want to try to change that background I sent? I don't know if it's going to work. I may have made that not correct.
Well, I'm just making sure I can. It's not going to kick me off of here if I try to change it, will it? Or if I try to upload it, I mean.
No. Should just substitute it right in. If it doesn't work, I'll do another. I didn't measure anything or anything like that, so my guess is it's probably not going to work quite correct, but it worked. I fit it in
Boom.
there
That's
just a guess. You want to move our network logo there? You can just click and drag it on screen.
We'll just center it up.
Yeah, there you go. Bam.
Nice.
Now we looking good, fellas. And there's kickoff of the
it.
Cowboys game. Ooh, oh boy. Pollard just tearing it up on the opening return there. Getting it past midfield. Love it.
All right. We're off and running here.
Wow, I was just real quick. I was just kind of looking through the leaders. Tom Brady leads quarterbacks in almost every category. It's
Yeah.
insanity. I'm looking at somebody seeing Tom Brady everywhere.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
unreal.
It's just crazy, dude. He just doesn't lose any of it.
He ages in reverse.
It's crazy.
I didn't have time while we were doing the pregame to get my Dallas game on here, so I gotta
Uh-oh.
pull this up on my phone so I can watch it.
Hell yeah. Oh, Dan Arnold already with an 11-yard reception, so maybe you guys gave out some bad advice. No, I'm just kidding.
One catch, we screwed up.
One catch, you messed up already, guys.
Yeah. Damn it.
You guys suck.
You suck. Your mom sucks.
Ouch. Okay. Your mom sucks. To our viewers, that's funny because we're brothers.
Mm. They're wow, these guys are ruthless.
All right. We got the Dallas game on. We're good to go now. I'm going to get rid of this ring light for now, too, because it's right in my face trying to watch this game.
Yes,
Guys,
sir.
I'm gonna set up the game so I can get them on so I can look at both back and forth because I got the games in the other room. So let me just
Yeah, no
set up
doubt,
real
man.
quick and I'll pop
Yeah.
back in for sure.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, guys. All right, man. See you. in a bit.
Cool. See you in a bit. All right, guys, we got a 34-yard completion to Cordero Patterson right off the bat here. So starting off strong there.
James, to answer your question, no, I don't have a lot of stats on Ramsey. I don't follow defense quite as tight as the offense. So if you've got them, you're welcome to post them in the chat, and we'll read them.
Amari Cooper with a 5-yard reception. T. Higgins with an 11-yard reception. We have Devontae Booker with a 5-yard reception. And Rashad Bateman just had a 12-yard catch as well. So some fantasy relevant people getting some stuff going early there. Devontae Booker could be have a good start today. It'd be interesting to see.
He should be a pretty good start, yeah.
It'll be interesting to see. I am gonna get my stats going here. I did pretty good with that background graphic considering I did it without seeing anything. I just winged it.
Yeah.
Had no template or anything going.
Not
All right.
shabby.
Lamar Jackson with an 8-yard rush. Phillip Lindsay with a 4-yard rush. Joe Mixon with a 10-yard reception. Good for your PPR leagues there.
I just realized I've only got 3 games on the second slate today.
Yeah, it's going to be a slow one.
It's going to be a slow afternoon.
Yeah, there's a lot of noon games right now.
Why can't they split those up more evenly?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me of why they do it that way. Phillip Lindsay with an 8-yard rush. For all you people that were desperate enough to do that. Ooh, boy, this Cowboys defense is something different this year, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. They just got after Bridgewater, man. Holy cow.
I just need to know how far behind you are. 23-yard pass to Chris Conley.
Second 18 plays fixing to go.
Okay, so you're like a whole play behind. Just good to know.
I'm on the Yahoo app here on my phone, so
no worries.
My God, dude. Back to back, just nope.
Yeah, that's a shutdown defense right there.
Last time I watched on the Yahoo app, it was like only like a second or two behind, so I'm surprised it's a whole play behind right now.
Yeah, it might catch up later. Who knows? Hard to say. T. Higgins with a 20-yard reception. A couple big receptions from him early on. And Russell Gage lives. He has a 7-yard reception early on now here too. Chenault getting a 4-yard reception. He also lives today. So
it is kind of funny. Like you say, we got 3 games on the late slate, but there's so many games going right now. I'm literally having to scroll up and down constantly to make sure I'm seeing everything.
Yeah, I've got the split screen going on my screen. So
I'm just like, we need to spread those out, man.
No doubt. So you got that bean footage, Kyle? That beautiful bean footage.
Is my thing frozen?
Starting right off here, we've got Daniel Jones with a deep pass to the right to Evan Ingram, 30-yard touchdown. He's been pretty quiet this year, but that's a big one. And at the same time, it looks like Jamar Chase gets a 15-yard reception that puts the Bengals down into the red zone on the 7-yard line. So big one there.
This thing it froze. I refreshed. Now it won't load at all. Awesome. Thanks, ESPN. I was struggling. I was having problems with ESPN all morning trying to get lineups set and stuff.
Yeah, I have Fantasy Cast. I have 2 screens going. One's updating, one's not. So it's being a pain in my butt right now. But
it did this last week, and before last week, I didn't have any issues with it.
Yeah, it's rough. Lamar Jackson gets a 6-yard rush. Carlos Hyde with a 6-yard reception. Let's see.
Carlos Hyde is pretty involved early here.
Yeah, which is really strange against that Bills defense.
I think they're just trying to keep the Bills off the field right now, their offense.
I would too if I were them. It's hard, though, with that good defense. That is hard to do.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
It's a pretty good all-around team.
I think they'll be the AFC team to beat this year, not the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
NFC's really tough, though. Cards, Packers, Cowboys. I mean, you got a lot of good teams in the NFC. The Rams.
Are you surprised that the Cowboys are doing so dang good?
I'm surprised their defense is doing so good.
Yeah.
I didn't expect their defense to be quite this good. Trevon Diggs is a breath of fresh air.
100%.
Micah Parsons has been incredible.
Man, he's been so good.
So, yeah, our pass rush is looking good. Yeah, our defense is overperforming what I expected. So, I mean, the fact that we were able to pull out a victory against Minnesota with Dak out shows you what our team's kind of made of, you know?
Yep, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I think we expected him to be decent, but to start out 6-1, playing against a pretty good schedule, I would say. I mean, we haven't even started into the easy part of the schedule yet, and sitting at 6-1 is a bit of a surprise.
I'll let you finish your thought there before I hit you with it. But Joe Burrow threw a pick six for a 99-yard touchdown by the Cleveland defense. Holy crap. Like, that's incredible.
Wow, he jumped that so well. That was just a beautiful play. Alvin Kamara with a 9-yard rush. Zeke with a 5-yard rush. Hyde with a 3-yard rush. Dang, that sucks. You get down into the red zone like that. And yeah, he picked it off on the goal line. That's incredible. So, ouch.
That's the 99-yard pick six, man. That's tough.
Got Josh Jacobs with an 11-yard rush, and guys, Christian McCaffrey just had a 2-yard rush. Ooh, haven't said that name with a stat update in a long time, guys.
The Dolphins also just got an interception off of the Texans, so that's a couple of picks there.
Dang.
Did you get that Jacobs 11-yard rush?
I did. Yeah, Alvin Kamara gets a 10-yard rush, so that's another good rush.
Jacobs with a 6-yard catch, then McCaffrey with a 4-yard rush after that initial 2-yard rush. So McCaffrey getting involved.
No doubt. Justin Tucker getting a 37-yard field goal. I know a lot of people have him. So
Mark Ingram with an 11-yard rush.
Yeah, Mark Ingram going to step in there.
Might well get used to seeing that if you're a Kamara owner, right?
Oh, I agree. Yeah, I feel like they're going to use him quite a bit. There's Christian McCaffrey with a 4-yard rush there. We missed it earlier, but Jamal Agnew had a big – I think that was a 21-yard reception that Jamal Agnew had earlier during that interception for a touchdown that we were saying. So
Darren Waller with a 6-yard reception. So
get him involved early. That'd be really
nice. Him back as well.
Yep. A couple of these names you just like to hear coming back off of injuries and bye weeks. Jaylen Waddle getting an 8-yard reception. So Jacoby Brissett not a bad backup, guys. He's been productive. So
I remember back when he had to play in spot starts for Andrew Luck, he did well in Indy too.
Yeah.
You know,
and he got to start filling in there in New England when he did well in New England, which gave him trade value to the Colts. I mean,
he's one of the better backups. He's definitely one of the better backups in the league. Gaskin with a 2-yard rush. Amari Cooper with a 32-yard reception. You'd love to see that.
Absolutely. That's probably That's
looks
probably
looks to be pretty healthy. I mean, I know there was some concern coming into the day, but he looks healthy playing.
Same with Dak. Dak has been moving around pretty decent and whatnot. So
McCaffrey with another 4-yard rush. Yeah, Dak looks fine. I think the thing was last week Dak could have played, but they didn't think they needed to chance it because they believed in Cooper Rush, and well, that paid off.
Well, it also helps that you were 5-1 at the time, so you could kind of afford to maybe risk one game. Like again, you're not in the easy part of your schedule, so you can afford to lose one there. 17 yards to Jaylen Waddle. That's a big reception for Waddle.
And 20 yards to Hunter Renfrow.
I hate seeing that Patriots-Panthers game, for me, has been stuck on that 4-yard rush from McCaffrey for quite some time. I think every time my phone goes off today.
Is that the same 4-yard rush?
I think so. Every time my phone goes off today, I'm going to be nervous that it's Christian McCaffrey being hurt again. It's going to make me nervous all day.
You're not lying. You get him back, he gets a handful of carries and done again.
Yeah.
Ingram with a 9-yard rush. They're alternating Ingram and Kamara quite a bit right now.
Yep. And just to anyone who's not able to be watching, real quick, we had Mark Ingram with a 9-yard rush, and Matthew Wright gets a 39-yard field goal for the Jags. I don't know if we said that already, but
I said the Ingram one. Justin Jefferson just had an 11-yard rush, though.
And a 20-yard reception for Hunter Renfrow. Just looking at Dak here, Dak is scrambling well. He looks strong. He's breaking tackles, almost getting sacked multiple times now. He looks healthy. He looks real healthy.
Yeah, he's fine. I think they said last week if they felt they needed to, like he could have probably played. He could have pushed through, but there wasn't a need to, like you said. Our record was fine. They believed in Cooper Rush, and that worked out just fine. So if it had been a higher profile game, a more difficult game, maybe he would have played. Joe Mixon with an 11-yard rush.
My thing's been stuck on this. One of my fantasy cats just keeps freezing. So that's
fun.
So one of my windows keeps freezing. One looks to be keeping up.
Josh Jacobs with a 13-yard rush, and then Dalvin Cook with a 6-yard reception.
Yeah, sorry guys, it's going to be really hard if.
Mine kept freezing so much last week. It was driving me nuts. Like I had to refresh every 5 minutes.
Yeah,
this week I've only had to refresh the one time, so maybe I'll get lucky. Josh Jacobs with a 3-yard rush. So maybe we'll get lucky and I won't have to refresh after every play this week. That'd be nice.
No doubt.
That was frustrating. That was super frustrating.
Yeah, not excited about that. So not sure what's
Sorry, I was reaching for the button before you started talking. Derek Carr to Hunter Renfrow for a 2-yard touchdown. That helps us in Vegas League, doesn't it?
I was just about to say, didn't we start both of them in Vegas League?
So. We did. We sure did.
I love that. Yeah, I figured Renfrow would be a good play this week. I mean, there's a big one. 39 yards to Kyle Pitts. That is a big reception for Pitts there. Started him in, I think, 2 leagues and sat him in 1. That's an 18 league there that I sat him. You're in a good spot roster-wise when Pitts is not a great option with Ridley being out. So, Joe Mixon with a 3-yard rush. Cordero Patterson with a 1-yard rush. Devin Singletary with a 7-yard reception. Still staying away from that backfield because it's gross. And then you have Josh Allen stop in for a 15-yard rush. So too many mixing up there on who's rushing.
Yeah.
Okay. Joe Burrow, 16 yards to Mike Thomas, but not the Mike Thomas that everyone was hoping for.
Oh, so true.
Yeah, rough. So
I kind of feel sorry for everybody that held on to him. Ramondre Stevenson with a 12-yard rush. But I saw that, last year when he never I was like, I ain't falling for that.
yep. Yeah, I mean, how many times we've talked about that from the get-go of when he comes back, is he really coming back?
Right. You can't
So
trust it.
No. We got 18 yards to Mike Gesicki. That's a big reception for him. And that's a negative 3-yard completion to Albert, who? I can't remember. And 12-yard rush by Ramondre Stevenson. So
that's that Okwogbanam guy. That's so hard to pronounce.
Cordero Patterson with a 13-yard reception. Joe Mixon with a 3-yard rush. Yeah, man. Hunter Henry gets a 12-yard reception.
Okay. I was about to ask you if you hit that Hunter Henry one.
Not yet. Cordero Patterson, man. Ugh. Didn't call that one. Called Michael Thomas. Didn't call Cordero Patterson being worthwhile this year. Javonte Williams gets an 11-yard rush against that Cowboys defense.
That's the only one you get today, Javonte.
That's actually not true.
Yeah, you're right. It's not, but still.
Josh Allen with a 12-yard rush, so he's getting.
I'm trying to trash talk our opposing team here. Let me go.
Well, I know you're a little bit behind over there on your plays.
12 yards to Jaylen Waddle.
Yeah, Waddle having a decent day. I was not worried about him with Devontae Parker being out.
I'm gonna riot if we don't stop Javonte Williams.
Yeah, Javonte Williams.
Kirk Cousins to Justin Jefferson for a 50-yard touchdown.
Loving that.
You love to see that bounce back from Jefferson.
Vegas League may get another win. Who knows?
6 yards to Russell Gage, 9 yards to Samaje Perine, and a yard to Cole Beasley. Yeah, dude. Jefferson owners. And Gaskin with a 4-yard rush. As a Jefferson owner, I love that he's, getting involved and bouncing back this week.
Yeah, that was tough last week, man. That was really tough.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see a 2-catch game coming from him against Dallas, but I just saw the replay of that interception return. That was crazy.
Yeah.
T. Higgins with a 9-yard catch. Devontae Booker with a 5-yard rush. Emmanuel Sanders with a 16-yard catch. Looks like they're going to be trying to get him the ball today, which is nice.
Yeah.
25-yard pass to Jerry Jeudy.
So since you mentioned the Jeudy one, I don't know if you saw, but he got a big fine. Well, go ahead and go with this real quick.
Jeudy did?
Yeah, hold on. I'll tell you about it in a second.
Watching this replay.
Oh, I thought you were going to hit the bean footage. Joe Mixon getting an 11-yard touchdown run. So
I was watching the replay, so I missed that pop up there. I would have saw it right after.
Pretty significant scoring today. Younghoe Koo, made a 32-yard field goal. So Jeudy,
it's a family show, Corey. You can't call him Younghoe.
So Jerry Jeudy, I guess, got fined last week. He was playing against Washington and got a first down, and he did a bow and arrow celebration. He got fined almost $13,000 for it. And so just now he got that 25-yard reception. He pulled the arrow out and then ran away. He didn't shoot it.
Why did he get
because the NFL makes no sense.
That's true. Myles Gaskin with the 6-yard rushing touchdown. Woof.
I mean, he's playing. It was a direct snap to Gaskin too, so getting him involved there. Melvin Gordon gets a 13-yard rush. The Broncos offense is moving it on this one after being just shut down last time they had the ball. So,
Gaskin getting in the end zone, man. There were some people that were having to start Gaskin today, myself included. So
yeah, we had to in Truth Serum.
So it's Nice to see him get in the end zone for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, we kind of.
Dude, speaking of fines, though, you were talking about Judy. I saw a deal that listed out all of CeeDee Lamb's fines for the first, like 5 out of 6 games or something. He was fined in.
Wow.
Like a couple of times, like that one was for that smile and wave at the end of the game, which was trash. The guy tackled him.
Yeah.
After the touchdown.
Did they find that guy?
I don't think so. But then they fined him a couple of games because his shirt was untucked. And then, like, I forget what one of the others was for. But I'm just like, it's stupid stuff. Thousands of dollars because your shirt's untucked. How about the ref just goes, hey, you want to tuck your shirt in? Like,
but also, like, the wave at the guy, like I said, it was retaliation.
And it was after the game, too. Like,
if they had, like, fined the other guy for hitting him also, okay. But Lamb wouldn't have waved at him like that if
he hadn't tackled him.
Yeah, if he hadn't hit him there.
He hit him late out of bounds after the touchdown and the game was over, so let it go.
Yeah.
The no fun league, man.
Yep.
That's why people play fantasy football, is to make it fun again. 13-yard catch from Mark Andrews. 5 yards to Jerry Jeudy.
I'm annoyed that Russell Gage is actually getting some catches this week.
Yeah, right.
It's a little annoying, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it is. Hey, Ava, come here. Neighbor's dog's barking. She's got to go to the window. Don't even start. Ava, come here. Let the neighbor dog be dumb. You don't have to participate.
All right. Let's see. A pass interference.
A lot of punts.
End zone there for the Broncos. Cowboys defender just wrapped the guy all the way around him. So they're now at 1st and goal because that occurred in the end zone.
Chuba Hubbard with a 2-yard rush and then a 13-yard catch from DJ Moore. Kamara with a 9-yard rush. Tyler Bass with a 24-yard field goal. I don't remember if he said that one or not.
No, did not.
So we got a few things going on here.
Ouch.
It's nice to see DJ Moore get a catch.
Yeah, no doubt. That's been a struggle bus right there. Really sad. Just gonna check in on some of my games here to see how they're going. So at least Emmanuel Sanders already has a catch. He has 2 targets, but he's got 1 catch. So he's already doing better than last week. Welcome back to the party.
Welcome back, Zack.
You know I had to check in my guy Myles Gaskin.
Dude, for real.
We said it. He's already started off right here. This is it. No.
Yep.
And sadly, we also got Melvin Gordon with a touchdown. Yuck.
I called it. Rewind the tape. I said it. I had to flex him because I lost James Robinson at the last second. So I tossed in Melvin Gordon. Said
worked out
in the end zone.
Alvin Kamara.
I had a league where I had Gordon or other options in the flex, and I can't remember which one I left in there.
Kamara got a 14-yard rush, and then Nick Chubb with an 11-yard rush. Yeah, it's I don't have Gordon stock anywhere, so.
Oh, crap. I forgot I took him out to put McCaffrey in Roll Tide. Took out Gordon and put in McCaffrey. That's probably not going to work out. Gordon just getting a TD.
I mean,
I also have Zach Moss starting. So I have Moss, Cook, and McCaffrey starting. Gordon on my bench, and he's the highest scorer of all of them so far.
Well, so far. Kamara gets a 4-yard rush. I'm really getting mad at Fantasy Cast. It is not keeping up today. It just keeps freezing. So I'm afraid that I'm missing some updates for people on here for sure because Fantasy Cast will not work properly. Thanks, ESPN.
They get us every year, don't they?
Man, they've only got millions of people counting on them, and they can't keep it up.
They're literally the most popular sports outlet in the world, and they can't get their shit together on their fantasy thing. Like any of it. Their whole fantasy setup has gone in the toilet. It used to be better. It used to be better.
Yeah, their Fantasy Cast used to be great. And then the setup of it now sucks. Plus, it just doesn't work. Nick Chubb with a 24-yard reception. That's pretty good.
Wow, he caught a pass.
They've been hearing us talk trash.
I guess so. I haven't seen Dearness Johnson name pop up yet.
Trevor Siemian looking pretty good.
Yeah, not too shabby there.
Oh, yeah. I saw that Nick Chubb. That was nice.
Seeing that commercial for Call of Duty Vanguard. New Call of Duty coming out here. All right.
Dude, I saw the trailer for the new Warzone yesterday. Looks like it's going to be pretty sweet.
Awesome.
I mean, 2 years on the same map. It's time to change it up.
I hear that. I tell you what, Nick Chubb having a day. He's looking good out here. Getting that, maybe he felt a little threatened there by Dearness Johnson.
I doubt that, but
You right.
it is nice to get that kind of production, though.
Yeah,
Hopefully he gets in the end zone today, too.
It's a 22-yard rush by Nick Chubb after that big reception. So
Now my shit's frozen, too, then. Good God. I had to do this all last weekend. Before last weekend, never had an issue. Now it just freezes constantly.
yeah, it's really annoying.
Really makes our job difficult here.
Zach, you got like a red zone or something going on over there? What are you watching there?
Yeah, I'm chilling out, watching Red Zone, man.
Nice.
So it's always a good Sunday with my boy Scott Hansen, you know.
Yep. Hear that.
Wow, Patriots defense made a nice play.
Kyle, you and I are going to be in a tight matchup there in Redux.
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
It's going to be a tough back and forth. I thought I put in Devontae Booker over Thielen, and I guess I did not. Interesting. I thought I made that change. Well, cool.
Yep. Hey,
that sucks. Man, I even asked it in pregame. I asked the question to you guys, and
yep, we were like 3-2 Booker, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And I agreed that I was going to go with Booker, but because they were playing Baltimore.
But you said, you know what? Screw y'all's opinion. I'll do what I want.
Yeah.
You know, that's not what I said. I just said, okay, well, what's my next question? I guess I just totally forgot.
You're like, yeah, I'll make that change. X. Like, what?
You know, I've done that a lot this year where I've been on something and then immediately distracted by either another league or something else going on and forget to make the move before closing the app. Maybe something pops up on Instagram or something and I jump over there really quick or something. I mean, it's so hard to stay focused.
I just saw a replay that Justin Jefferson TD. That was nice.
Yeah, that was really nice. Let's see. 7 over there says Jefferson already on the board, Kyle. Everyone started hearing you bitch about it, and so now they're like, there you go, Kyle. You finally got it.
I literally didn't bitch about it one time. We discussed it.
But that's not as fun to say.
But that's not the same thing.
4-yard rush by Dalvin Cook.
It's like there's so much purple going on right now.
Oh, it's a lot of purple. Also, just FYI to the viewers, the Broncos did miss their extra point. They're up 6-0. I know that was a little bit ago, but McManus owners sitting at a -1.
Ugh.
Unless
right.
your punishment's higher than that, then that like sucks.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be
Seems like-
something if you were in a league where a missed extra points like -5 or something stupid? Like,
Oh God, dude, I wouldn't be in that league.
I was gonna say.
I'd be like, no, I'll find another. Thank you. I'm gonna start my own.
I just wouldn't start a kicker every week. I just no thanks.
For real, just pull them. The way kicking game's been going this year.
Devin Singletary with the 9-yard reception. So Singletary getting some usage this week.
Yep.
Where I feel like last week or two, I haven't really called his name much.
The last couple of weeks, it's always been that way. It's like Singletary will get all the early game touches, and then he eventually gives way to Moss for the rest of the game.
Yep.
It's kind of a weird, I don't. They handle that run game very strange there in Buffalo for sure.
Big play by Dalvin Cook here, looking like a 80-yard potential run.
Ooh, it looks like 66-yard rush there for Dalvin Cook. That's big. Big rush.
I guess the Vikings came in a little pissed off the way the Dallas game went last week. They're playing pretty well today.
Josh Allen gets a 9-yard pass to Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley getting some work today. And this is confusing over here. It keeps popping up with Mark Ingram, like the second. So it looks like he's got Mark Ingram for a 111-yard rush, but it's really Mark Ingram the second with a 1-yard rush. Confusing.
I was saying that same thing last week. I was like, man, that's tricky.
Okay. Looking like trying to keep up with. Is that the man? Yeah, looks like the Dolphins threw an interception to the Texans. All right.
Yeah.
No bueno. Oscar the Grouch Chubb is looking great, but Elijah Mitchell or Daryl Williams? Are you changing your mind? He asks.
Daryl Williams.
Kyle, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm still with Williams.
Yeah. I think so. I think Daryl Williams there.
I'm getting real tired of this thing freezing on me over here.
I can't keep up with it. It sucks.
I couldn't even scroll just now. It was so locked up. Like,
that's rough. Oh, the Panthers get a sack fumble there. So Panthers sack Mac Jones, get the ball back. Josh Jacobs gets an 8-yard reception, and Justin Jefferson with a 7-yard reception.
Big day from Jefferson.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah, already getting a big day.
I can't see any of it.
Yeah, it's rough. I just keep having to refresh.
ESPN is trash. I have to keep refreshing, and then when it does, it takes forever and a day because of the stream to reload. It's just ridiculous.
Touchdown, Nick Chubb.
Ooh, Christian McCaffrey gets a 4-yard rush. Nick Chubb gets a 1-yard rush up here. Let's see. I need the Dolphins to lose so that pick can continue to become better for my Eagles.
Yep.
Gotta hit it for that Chubb 1-yard TD there.
Yes, sir. I didn't realize that was a TD when I said that a minute ago. Oh, my bad. Javonte Williams with a 17-yard rush. Josh Jacobs with a 13-yard rush. Chubb getting in there after getting some good plays. He's scoring pretty good today.
Oh, man. Jacoby Brissett is just awful. Just terrible.
It could be worse.
You know, if Tua had played today, that could have actually been a pretty decent ball game.
Mm-hmm. It's tough.
So Nick Chubb has 4 carries for 34 yards and a touchdown and 2 receptions for 26 yards. That's pretty good first quarter.
When was the last time he had 2 receptions in a game? Ever?
Right? I couldn't tell you.
I don't know if you saw that sack on Tyrod Taylor right there, but it just took his head off, and then he might have fumbled it at the end. Dolphins might have the ball in their own scoring territory.
See, Stephon Diggs gets his first catch for 14 yards. Nice to see him on the board. Took you long enough, Diggs. Dang.
For real.
Man. Broncos looking pretty decent offensively. I'm kind of surprised. They looked really bad there that first drive. Dallas just crushed them, and then now all of a sudden they're being productive. So that's annoying for me as a Cowboys fan, but Cole Beasley getting a lot of these small catches today. He's racking up some PPR points.
Yeah, how do we lock down the Vikings and then we let the Broncos have a good day?
Right.
I'm so confused by that.
You and everyone else.
How have we not scored on them yet? That's what I want to know.
Right. And how have they scored on us?
I think that's the first time we've been shut out in that first quarter all year.
That red stripe is a nice touch on the helmet.
I think the red stripe is what's jinxing us. It's kind of like when we wear the blue jerseys. I think that's what jinxed us.
Yeah. Do not wear those blue jerseys.
No freaking way.
Yeah. Against Diggs, too, of all people.
Like, you got to be kidding me.
Huh.
And my thing's frozen, so I can't see the exact yardage.
DJ Moore with a 4-yard rush. Dalvin Cook with a 3-yard rush. That looks to be a 44-yarder. Go ahead and play that.
Yeah, Tim Patrick with the 44-yard touchdown reception. Yeah, I was just waiting for that yardage to pop up.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, Cole Beasley.
I can't believe Diggs let him catch that.
I know. Christian McCaffrey with 4-yard rush. Cole Beasley is sitting at the number 3 wide receiver on the day because he has 6 receptions for 17 yards. He has 7.7 points in PPR right now. Sitting at
How's that even possible?
He's
6
just
catches, he only got 17 yards.
Yeah, dude, it's been 1 and 2 yarder, like 2 and 3 yards and stuff. Like it's wild. So 6 receptions already for 17 yards.
Wow.
Oh, he just bumped down with that Tim Patrick one. He's now sitting at number 4 on the day. So that's wild. So if you start Cole Beasley, you're getting some easy points.
Yeah, but Teddy, Jefferson gets 2 catches against Diggs last week, and then he just lets Tim Patrick beat him. And I can't.
I mean, the man can't be perfect.
A day in the life of a Dallas Cowboy fan. You're seeing it right here, the full range of emotions. I'm going through all 5 stages in one sentence.
And the Dolphins fan feels really sorry for you. Yeah.
Yeah. No sympathy over here, pal.
That's fine. You get all my sympathy, so.
Exactly. I'm the one that should be asking for it.
I see they don't give refunds on Dolphins jerseys. No refund policy.
So this has my last name on the back of it because I stopped buying player jerseys a couple years ago because I was literally just burning money. Because it's a running joke with my friends that if I get the jersey, the guy's gonna either get injured or traded or something happens. I'm telling you, I got that Tua jersey that's hanging up. The Houston rumors came out the next day, no joke. And I was like, this is a real curse. So I just buy personalized jerseys from now on because I know I'm never going to leave the team.
Dedicated fan.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Cooks gets a 15-yard reception there from Tyrod Taylor. So they're moving the ball a little bit there. Whoa, what just happened to my lighting? I went dark.
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know. That's weird.
Oklahoma storm clouds moved in. Your sun shining on.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it. I was like, oh no, if it gets dark there real fast.
Yeah.
It's
You
nighttime.
got a tornado moving in here.
Yeah, what's going on?
Wow. Kirk Cousins with the QB sneak touchdown over the top.
Take a picture of that. That's weird.
What are you taking a picture of?
Of me going dark. I'm gonna
Oh.
send it to our webcam company. Just be like,
It was off camera, so I was concerned for a second.
Now I gotta try to figure out my camera settings. What the heck?
Yeah, that's that new camera, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's really strange. Okay.
You're back.
I'm back. Weird. Okay, well. Now I gotta determine if I'm frozen up over here or if I'm still working.
I just froze again. I'm literally freezing every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I can't follow anything right now.
Apologies to the viewers. Traquan Smith with a 19-yard reception. All right, I see you, Simeon.
Because it takes so long to reload. See, like I'm behind. I missed this one. Kirk Cousins with a 1-yard rushing touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I didn't have that either. Dang.
Like, it's just every touchdown, I don't see it unless I refresh.
Alvin Kamara gets an 8-yard rush. Booker with a 2-yard rush. Oscar Graf says, you think you have a hard LOL. The Eagles are making me angry every week. Well, yeah, if you're an Eagles fan, your life is just rough anyways. But that explains why you're a grouch.
You also kind of get what you deserve if you're an Eagles fan. I'm just saying.
Listen, if Nick Foles would have won me a Super Bowl in my lifetime,
All right, you
I
take
wouldn't
it.
complain ever again.
That's the thing. Me and Corey have seen a Dallas Super Bowl in our lifetime. It was just a long time ago still.
Right.
Get there. No, dang it.
Monte Burker with a 12-yard reception. Kyle, how many in our lifetime?
Don't age yourself here. Don't.
The only one I remember is the last one because I was so young.
Roger Staubach.
Joe Mixon with a 7-yard. 22-yard rush by Josh Allen. He's getting a few big rushes today.
Damn dog.
Young, but still more in our lifetime than the Eagles in the history of the Eagles franchise. So take that. Tyler Bass with a 41-yard field goal. So 4 quick points for your fantasy team there. Joe Mixon with a 4-yard rush. A quick 0.4 points for your team there. The kickers aren't important, huh? Okay.
I feel like every league has that debate. Like, I know for sure my league, there's like 4 guys every year they're adamant about getting rid of the kicker.
That's so weird. I don't know that I've had that argument. People with like team defense, I've seen that. Like, I only have 2 out of our 10 leagues has team defense, so that's kind of dying. But the kickers, for the most part, most of them have it. I feel like.
I'm going to get rid of kickers and defenses in all my leagues next year that I run. They're just so frustrating. Just go away. Don't even need them. We had one league where we got rid of kickers and added a flex this year. I'm like,
ooh.
It's not one that I run, but yeah, it's 2 flex, no kicker. I'm like, okay. and it went from standard to half PPR. So we're just changing it all up this year. It's kind of crazy.
Oscar thinks that Dolphins-Texans game is a real thriller.
Listen, it's the best game of the week for 1-7 teams. Like, you're not going to find a better 1-7 matchup. One of these teams will have 2 wins at the end of this game. And
they're both trying to tank this game for a better draft pick, and neither one will let the other do it.
They're like, no, I insist you have the ball. No, you have the ball. I insist.
Yeah, and the weakest draft class coming out in quite some time too. It's like great. And we get Sam Howell or something.
Yeah, it's not going to be a great draft class.
Right.
Yeah.
I say that like I know anything about like linemen or anything. Maybe there's some really valuable linemen out there or something that I just don't know about. But
I think
skill player
changing. Yeah.
T. Higgins with a 16-yard reception.
Skill player and QBs, man. They were talking about Spencer Rattler being top pick that next year, and then he's been benched in Oklahoma, so that's not going to happen.
Just to interrupt you really quick, Kyle. Ramondre Stevenson got a 41-yard reception. So Ramondre Stevenson get a few points today.
41 yards? Wow.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I'm starting Mac Jones in my Dynasty League because Tom Brady's on bye and Russell Wilson is injured. So let's go Mac Jones.
Yeah, I wish I'd have taken him instead of Justin Fields in my Dynasty now.
Yeah, Mac Jones looking pretty decent. Ramondre Stevenson with a 6-yard rush. Did Damien Harris get hurt?
I think last week we saw like Fields can get it done, but they got to get rid of Matt Nagy.
Yep.
Melvin Gordon with a 12-yard rush there. And
I am sick to death of these Broncos right now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Ramondre Stevenson gets another 2-yard rush. Lamar Jackson with a 4-yard rush. Myles Gaskin with a 6-yard rush. These Broncos they're taking it to the Cowboys, man.
They're going to need a bigger lead than 13, though.
Oh, yeah.
Second half's going to be a different story.
Oof. Wow. Ramondre Stevenson looking real good.
He's a skilled running back. He's definitely undervalued, but went to a tough situation there. Any running back on the Patriots is in a tough situation.
For real.
So
unfortunate if you're a running back to get drafted by New England.
Yeah, but he just got a 13-yard rush for those listening, just so you know. Yeah, that's a tough spot, but definitely undervalued. He was a stud there at Oklahoma. Real good running back. Myles Gaskin with a 6-yard reception. Kyle.
Oh, good. That means I'm frozen again.
Yep.
Touchdown, Damien Harris.
Yep, Kyle, you're frozen. Just hit the vein footage. Just hit it.
I'm trying to get to it. Give me 1 second.
Ooh,
ESPN's locking up my whole computer. So
yeah,
go ahead.
No doubt. Damian Harris with a 3-yard touchdown rush there. So let Ramondre Stevenson get it all the way down the field for you, and then here you go, Harris. Here's a bone. So that's annoying. 3-yard touchdown rush for him. Russell Gage with an 8-yard reception. Oh my gosh, the Cowboys defense is not playing well at all. So 19 yards to Tim Patrick. And then they just get another pass to Melvin Gordon where the defender stumbles over his own feet. 7-yard pass to Melvin Gordon there. It's really strange. Just kind of tossed up there by Bridgewater, and it's like Angels in the end zone just came and tripped up the defender. That was weird. Laviska Shenault getting a 6-yard reception. Okay.
I figured out the pattern. It just freezes every time there's a touchdown. It freezes everything. Then I can't
That's
even
not
switch
ideal.
over to hit the thing over here. Like, it's just, I can't. I literally cannot right now.
That's funny.
I'm going to watch the Dallas game for a minute before I throw this computer across the room.
Throw it all the way to ESPN headquarters. Just
seriously, I'm going to write him a dirty letter.
throw it over the mountains over there.
I'm going to throw it through this windshield, or through the windshield, through this window.
Carlos Hyde gets a 15-yard rush.
Let's go.
I see you. Donovan Peoples-Jones with a 60-yard reception. That results in a touchdown from Baker Mayfield. That's going to put the Browns up pretty big there on the Bengals early, second quarter, 21-7.
And I finally got a touchdown pop up without it freezing. Knock on wood.
Let's go.
So,
Marquise Brown with a 9-yard reception from Lamar Jackson. Kenyon Drake getting a 3-yard rush, and Mark Ingram getting a 3-yard rush. So, man, that's good. Does Steve Smith still think that it's Baker Mayfield and not OBJ? Or
dude, I wanted to rage so hard when I saw that quote. I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" Odell Beckham is trash now. Like,
I think that Baker might have something to say after the game about it.
Give him the old Kansas salute.
It's the old adage. What is it? You know, if everyone around you is then maybe you're the. You know.
Yeah.
So, 2 cities, 2 failed, like 2 bad endings.
Yeah, and it's gonna happen again wherever he ends up this time.
Yeah, maybe you're the problem. Yeah.
I mean, I saw a compilation of drop balls. He's always had an attitude issue. Like, it's not Baker. The only reason Baker's numbers aren't better is because they don't let him throw that much because they run so dang much. But, like,
I mean,
he's not a bad quarterback.
It's just a different system. And honestly, look at look at OU where Baker played his college ball at. I mean, they established the run first, and that's what makes an offense dangerous. If you can run the ball like that, I mean, it's dangerous. So yeah, maybe his passing stats aren't there, but he's managing the game and doing what they need to do. I mean, it's a specific role, and I think he fits into it really well there. So
they should have never traded for Beckham. Beckham was not a fit in that offense from day one.
Yeah, he made his entire career off of one catch, and
basically,
I don't know. I was always rooting for him, but yeah, he's just annoying me at this point.
And Steve Smith Sr. can suck it.
Yeah,
talking crap about my boy Baker.
I mean,
what's up, son?
It makes you wonder if he just says it, like if he actually means it or thinks it, or if it just was good for TV. Because who was talking about Steve Smith before yesterday? Nobody. Now people are talking about Steve Smith. I can't tell you last time I said Steve Smith's name. So
I was talking about him with Craze last week a little bit because on the pregame, and then
Panthers guy.
He came up in the network chat, I think, with Jay.
Oh, because of that interview and whatnot.
Yeah, so
we're gonna have to see Jay on him.
Before that, I hadn't heard anything about Steve Smith in years.
There's a 6-yard reception by Jamar Chase.
I'm frozen again.
Marvin Jones gets a 5-yard reception there. So there's his he gets that 5-yard, one more catch for 0 yards, and he's got his 2.5 points that Ben was talking about in the pregame. 2 catches for 5 yards.
Yeah,
it is.
Joe Mixon with a 3-yard rush.
Let's go, Kahimi Fairbairn.
It's funny.
Right down the middle.
The Bengals go from beating the snot out of Baltimore to getting the snot beat out of them by the Browns so far. So.
And almost losing to the Jets.
Yeah. Conklin with a 7-yard reception. Well, you got Dallas dominating the Vikings last week and then struggling right now pretty hard against the Broncos. So it's weird. Any given Sunday, things are strange.
Yeah, I mean,
It's still kind of like I feel like it's still too early to like make definitive.
Yeah,
it's
you're
way
right.
too close still,
teams.
too. Like, Dallas could come out second half and just light them up.
Marvin
But-
Jones with a 5-yard reception. Yeah, and different
That's
teams
not
just
playing
also
well.
just match up differently. I mean, personnel-wise,
Our
strategy-
defense
I was
just didn't
kinda saying-
come ready today either.
But I was saying like season wise, because it's like
Oh, yeah.
week 9.
Yeah, I mean, you just hit the halfway point,
Right.
so it's crazy to think we're already halfway through the regular season now. Like, time's flying, guys.
It always goes too fast. It feels like an eternity waiting for football season to start, and then it's over like this.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you've got like baseball season where I always miss my favorite part of baseball season, which is off season. I always miss it because it goes by like this. It's like all
Because
the
it's too
time.
short. That's why.
Yeah, it's just always baseball. Why can't football season be as long as baseball season? Man,
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
We'd be watching third stringers.
right?
We are now, anyways. What are you talking about?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Imagine.
If we could get every NFL team to play in an enclosed stadium, and then we could stagger college football and pro football, we might be onto something, guys. Play college football during the regular time, and then during like the harsh winter months and everything, you can play pro football and just stagger them.
There you go.
Yep.
I think I'm
Football
onto
here.
something. 20-yard rush here
like-
from Devontae Booker, and Fairbairn makes a 31-yard field goal.
Booker, man, consistent.
Yeah, he's getting a few points in there, which I kind of expected today. That's a decent matchup and whatnot. So,
But yet you still started Thielen.
oh well, I started Booker in another league. I started Booker in one of the 2 leagues I have him in. So,
Oh, well, at least
Yeah,
you got
I'm
a
not-
hack right.
yeah, but I didn't. Yeah, I guess I did have another option over there. Yeah, I'm not happy about having Thielen over Booker. That wasn't my intention. So I'm not super happy about that.
Yeah, you got it half right.
Oh, story of my life. So close yet so far away. Matthew Wright makes a 55-yard field goal for you. Kicking there for the Jags.
McManus got a 53-yarder. Yeah.
And Russell Gage with a 7-yard reception. So he's getting that work this week. That's nice. Nice of him.
Yeah. Everybody gave up on him already. They all went and picked him up. He got a big fat zero burger, and everybody dropped him again.
Well, he
Now
screwed
we're
a lot
able
of
to pick
people
him up
over.
again, and he probably won't do anything next week either.
Well, if people were like us, they lost because of him.
Yeah.
What's that, Zach?
Is it Russell Gage you guys talking about?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Screwed a lot of people.
I did pick him up this week, but I wasn't like expecting much. It's only because it's a 12-team league and it's like the benches are somewhat deep, so I just need some depth. But I figured with Calvin really gone, he'd do something.
Well, that's what we thought last week, and well, that didn't happen. And then,
Right.
and then this week, throwing back onto waivers because we're like, screw you, Gage, and well,
Mhm.
here he is actually doing some stuff. And yeah, I can't. Oh my gosh. I can't even load up my fantasy cast. It's just gonna sit here and like.
I can't either. I just had to refresh again because it froze again.
Yeah, looks like
Hi, doggo.
pass intercepted by Stephen Gilmore. Okay.
Revenge game. Revenge.
So yeah, no doubt. That's kind of cool.
What are you doing?
This attempt by the Browns was interesting. A little end around option play that went bad.
Yeah.
That was really bad. It's a good play. It just didn't go well.
Yeah.
Devontae Freeman getting a 9-yard rush. Hopefully you're not having to start Devontae Freeman. Hopefully you're not that desperate. But I can understand if you are.
I guarantee you somebody in a deep league was this week.
Someone's definitely started.
Sometimes you get them 16 teamers with as many running back injuries as we got, and you don't have a choice.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. All right. Christian McCaffrey with a 10-yard rush. Some double digits. I'm surprised I don't think he has any receptions yet that I've seen from McCaffrey, which is kind of strange. But
Yeah, I mean, they did say they were going to work him in slowly, so.
I feel like they haven't had the ball much. Is
They
what it
just
feels
did.
like.
Yeah, I agree with that, actually.
It feels like we haven't been seeing much from any of the Panthers.
Very true.
Nice run.
So that'll be interesting. Cole Beasley with a 9-yard reception there. Silly. Okay. Singletary getting a lot of work today. Chase McLaughlin for the Browns gets a 28-yard field goal there. So, man, yeah, I cannot get FantasyCast to refresh at all. It's really bad. Tim Patrick is your number 1 wide receiver today so far with 3 receptions, 74 yards, and a touchdown against the Cowboys. Rough.
Of course he is.
There's a 21-yard reception by Zeke. Feed that man. He is hungry.
I'm literally frozen again. I'll get 2 plays out of each game, and it'll freeze.
Yeah, it's tough. It's not good.
Like, I guess I'll refresh through the first slate, and then second slate's on like 3 games. I'm not going to worry about it. I don't think if it's still doing it then.
Yeah, if we can't give a play-by-play, we'll probably just pop off here for the second slate of games, not even cover it, because there's no way we can give good coverage like this. It only helps right now because we have multiple people on here. At least we can converse about
I was going
something.
to say, I usually end up by myself on the late slate, so one guy constantly refreshing is not going to be very entertaining. With 3
Oh.
games, 3 whole games.
Gross. 2-yard
Nice.
rush there by McCaffrey, but it was canceled by a 15-yard penalty by Ian Thomas. What were you going to say, Zach? Sorry.
I was just saying, I was hoping I'd be able to follow along with the Dolphins game more and give some takes about that, but man, it's not much happening. So.
Yeah, it's real slow over there. Lamar Jackson gets a 5-yard rush. Yeah, there's not as much going on there as I thought there might be. With Tyrod being back and stuff. It's just Graham Gano gets a 35-yard field goal. Oh, yeah, Zach, just a little advice, man, especially with me on here. Jump in there and say whatever you want whenever you want. Be powerful with it because I talk a lot.
Gotcha.
So you're going to have to overpower me, and I'm cool with
Like,
that.
literally constantly.
Hey, you don't know me, Kyle. You don't know.
Just start being like super aggressive. I'm talking now, you know. So.
Yeah. Hey, Corey, shut the hell up. It's my turn to talk.
No, I got you.
Because I definitely talk a lot. Boy, pass incomplete to Mike Davis. He's doing nothing. I think we've all gotten used to that.
See, if I ever see you trying to say something, Zach, and Corey won't stop, I'll just get rid of him, and then you can
There
do
you
your
go.
thing. Yeah.
There you go. Boot him out.
That's fair.
Nice.
That's 16 yards to Kyle Pitts. He had some early work, and now finally getting back into it.
Speaking of Kyle Pitts, Tony, I hope you're watching. I hate your face. The end.
You're that close to a trade for Kyle Pitts, huh?
No, we literally had one, and then he decided he wanted to wait and try to get another one before he accepted. So now he's just content to sit tight, and I hate his face about it.
with that being said, Zane Gonzalez gets a 49-yard field goal, so 1 yard away from being another point for you. Isn't that the most frustrating when you have kickers and they're kicking like 48, 49-yard field goals, and it's like, ugh.
Back it up a couple yards. Give me that extra point, man.
Or like a 39-yard field goal, and it's like, come on.
Yep.
Give me that 1 more yard.
Of course, that 1 more yard would be clang.
Right. 10 yards to Brandon Cooks and 7 yards to Russell Gage. Gage is racking up. I feel like, maybe his 5th reception. It feels like there's been more than that.
Yeah, he just caught a nice pass and did a super fail, try to hurdle the defender, just jumped straight in the air and just got bear hugged.
Hurdling is not for everybody.
Right.
It's always funny. You'll see some of these smaller guys try it and fail. And then you'll see someone like Leonard Fournette just get up and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Yep.
There's 20 yards to Russell Gage. I saw one yesterday, a big fella hurdle a guy in a college game. Boy, he was a big fella, and he hurdled right over the guy. It was really impressive. It's like, okay. The guy was practically standing up still, and he still hurdled him.
It's crazy.
It was a little bit more embarrassing for the guy that got hurdled, though, because he also put his hand on the back of his helmet and pushed him through his legs. It was just it was pretty embarrassing.
The disrespect.
I tell you. He's like, oh, thank you.
You see that throw by Dak?
Yeah.
He just tossed it up.
Just rocket.
Oh.
Yeah. The problem is he didn't get it down there sooner when they were open still. In fact, he had to scramble right there. That last guy slowed him down.
Well, it's a good thing we told that guy not to play Burrow over Mahomes because he just threw an interception.
Man, Dallas looks rough today, bro. We belong in that Texans-Dolphins game today.
Oh,
a lot of low scoring games.
Dude, my fantasy cast, it's so so far behind.
You're right,
Trevor's
Zach.
down.
All of these games are low scoring today. The Browns are the highest scoring team so far in the slate.
Trevor Lawrence is down, getting looked at right now.
Uh-oh.
It's not good.
That's not good at all.
What hurts, Trevor? My feelings?
Man,
Sorry,
Cordell
Sunshine.
Patterson. Is he officially the biggest surprise of fantasy 2021? Has to be, right?
I would think so.
You got the Undertaker at the Cowboys game today.
Yeah, I would.
Autographs for troops. That's cool.
Yeah, I would say that Cordell Patterson is probably the biggest surprise of fantasy this year. I would say.
Yeah, pretty much out of nowhere. He's been irrelevant his entire career for fantasy so far. And then, boom. Mike Davis sucks. He's a star.
We also had a 21-yard rush by Joe Mixon. And then we had was it 5 yards to Jamar Chase? Now Cortland Sutton gets a 9-yard reception. Yeah, he just came out of nowhere. It's weird.
And he's really good too. He's not even just a good fill-in player. He's a stud,
Well, I mean, he was. A lot of people were really high on him coming out of college and stuff. And he ended up. I think he was drafted by the Bears, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember. He was with the Bears and another team before he ended up in Atlanta, but I want to say maybe Minnesota or something.
Yeah,
I think it was Minnesota.
But they just never used him, He was a kick returner mostly and a third or fourth receiver. And now he's got on a team that's giving him the ball, and he's like, see?
Right.
Having a good year, man.
Man.
A 4-yard catch for Dalvin Cook down there. They talked about wanting to get him the ball more, but
Oof.
it's just
Bruh.
such a uneventful slate of games right now.
Yeah. Not super exciting by any means.
Yeah, not a lot of action going on.
Wow.
Got a
Patriots
couple.
again. All three running backs involved today. It's crazy. Brandon Bolden with a big 30-yard play on top of the other two guys already doing their thing.
Yeah, I'm down and out. I cannot give a play-by-play, so if you see anything, you're going to have to call it Kyle.
I got you. Oh, but I can't tell who scored. I don't know how you say his name, Zacharias or the Falcons wide receiver.
Oh, yeah, I think that's how you say it.
Yeah.
Almighty Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus.
I don't know if I'm behind or frozen again here.
Probably frozen. I don't know. Mine won't even load, so I'm sitting here at a spinning
I
wheel.
think I'm just behind. I saw the Texans Dolphin one just do the 6-yard to Brandon Cooks. Okay, the points popped up, but it's not giving me my description. There it is. Yeah, Matt Ryan to Zacchaeus for a 3-yard touchdown. I don't even know what his first name is right now. Everything's out of sync.
Yeah.
Like, it's not updating down here where it gives me the name, but then gives me this up. I don't know. I don't know. It's a frustrating freaking day for sure on ESPN. CJ Uzomah with a 12-yard catch.
The Raiders fullback, speaking of hurdles, just hurdled somebody. That's funny.
Who did?
What a play. The fullback for the Raiders, Ingold.
Oh, wow.
Ingold's out here hurdling people
Totally.
better than Russell Gage.
Yep.
Sad day.
Poor Gage. He'll end up on the come on man.
Oh.
Side by side with Ingold. Or at least he should. He should be embarrassed.
Who's 26 for the Cowboys?
Yeah, I don't know. There's
Lewis?
a flag on that play, but we'll see how that goes. Jalen Richard with an 8-yard pass reception there. That's okay, Jalen. Finally got mine back. Smudgy P Ryan with a 2-yard rush. Yeah, let's see what's going on with this flag here.
It's Jordan Lewis. Man, yeah, he should have just went down, just stayed down. He just running clock.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It's coming back on a penalty, so
That doesn't surprise me.
Diggs held Patrick. Diggs not covering Patrick really well.
Diggs having a tough day.
Yeah. Like
Dallas having a tough day. They
I mean,
said
hell,
last time we were shut out in the first half was against Green Bay in 2019.
rough. Yeah, that and I mean didn't just like hold his jersey or anything, like reached it in like the collar of his shoulder pads and just like yanked him. It was pretty bad. So Fairbairn makes a 40-yard field goal there. So Texans now only down by a point, 7-6 there. Woo!
Burner.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
What a day of games.
man, that's rough.
All right, guys, I got to hop off real fast. My dogs are just bugging. They just need to go for a quick walk. I'm going to go handle that, but I'll be back for sure.
Cool.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Let's
Yeah,
go Dolphins.
we're going to take a halftime
All
break
right.
here, probably catch some lunch. So
Yep.
All right,
good timing.
All right, man.
All right,
See
bud.
ya.
Yep. All right, guys.
Cool.
Later.
Like, looks like a Lamar Jackson throws an interception there. So
looks like Sunday night game will be good, but these late slate games ain't even going to be good probably.
yeah, what is there?
Hold
I mean, the Packers Chiefs should be entertained. I mean, they'll be fine.
Rodgers is out, and then for the Cardinals game, you got Murray's probably going to be out. Like
It's going
not
to
gonna
make
be
it less exciting.
it's not going to be as good as it should be.
It's not going to be good fantasy-wise. I think the Cardinals-Niners will be a little bit more interesting, like competitiveness-wise. just because, I mean, it evens the playing field a little bit more there, I feel like. So, but the Packers, Chiefs, well, kind of the same thing there. I would almost say that kind of evens the playing field there a little bit. So,
Your camera's frozen on my screen here.
man, I don't know. It's not on my end. I don't know. The computer also might just be bogging down. Let me see if that works at all. Did that help anything?
Yeah, you're back now.
Interesting. Yeah, a lot of technical difficulties.
It froze up when Zack hopped off. Was about the time it froze. It was weird.
It's weird.
But I literally can't with ESPN right now. It's just so
well,
frustrating.
it's keeping this whole stream from being able to be productive at all. We're not able to update anyone on anything because, well, we can't get updates on anything.
Exactly.
There's no updates to give.
I mean, honestly, like I talked about not doing the second slate of games, but without the updates, what's even the point of staying for the second half of these?
Right. Yeah. It's kind of killing the whole point.
Killing the whole vibe.
It really is because we can't give actual updates on anything. So.
Because when I do have to refresh, then that takes forever too because of the stream.
Yeah.
So,
but all our viewers are hearing about it from us is just us bitching at ESPN. So they haven't heard much else today. So it's been kind of the whole broadcast just because it's so frustrating. I mean, we can't.
It is. I mean, that's all we're doing is refreshing our fantasy cast. So that's all we can talk about.
Most of these games are in the 2-minute warning or under a 2-minute warning. The Falcons Saints game is already at halftime. So
and then you got Texans Dolphins with 4.5 left.
Cowboys are going to halftime right now.
Cowboys better get their crap together in the second half, man.
No doubt.
I think they will, but it's still frustrating.
Oh yeah, they haven't played well at all. Like at all.
Our defense just didn't show up today.
Well, our offense is doing trash too.
And their defense really showed up to play.
Jaylen Waddle gets a 12-yard reception, so
they get rid of Von Miller, and they're still pressuring Dak like crazy.
Yeah.
He's running all over the place. He's running for his life back there.
Yeah, Dak has not had many good looks, just getting to sit back there and pick him apart or anything. It's been a weird day so far.
It's been a slow one.
McCaffrey only has 2 points, and it's wild because typically McCaffrey, you can count on multiple receptions and just racking up those PPR points, kind of like Cole Beasley was doing earlier. You can just kind of count on that type of thing, and he's not even getting that. Like they're not even dumping it off to him, anything like that. So it's going to be probably a pretty disappointing day there. And then go ahead and roll the bean footage, Kyle. You got Hunter Henry for a 7-yard touchdown reception from Mac Jones. So there's that. Yeah, Mac Jones. Man. Looking to be the best so far there. Daniel Carlson makes a 32-yard field goal. And did we miss a touchdown earlier on that?
Probably.
I would guess so too.
The touchdowns are what keep freezing me up, I think.
Oh no, I didn't. We didn't miss one. I'm stupid.
Every time there's a touchdown is when I freeze.
Let's see. Yeah. CJ Beathard passed 28 yards to Dan Arnold. Because remember, Trevor Lawrence did get hurt. So they're at Beathard. Is that how you say his name? Beathard. Okay. And then Myles Gaskin gets a 5-yard reception. And Samaje Perine gets a 8-yard reception. Perine getting a little work here at the end of the first half. Looks. Trying to determine if we did miss a score here.
I didn't see one.
How could we?
No, I mean, like, I'm going back. I'm not seeing one that we missed.
Oh, it was a field goal. Greg Joseph made a 36-yard field goal. I was looking to see how Minnesota got to 17. So
Marquise Brown with a 4-yard catch.
he's been pretty quiet today.
Yeah, he has.
I mean, honestly, that team's been quiet today. They are not playing well. They're not playing well at all, actually.
There's a lot of teams not playing well today.
No doubt.
I mean, the Bills are fixing to go to halftime. They're tied 6-6 with the Jags, just like last week, 3-3 with the Dolphins. Like,
It's weird.
the Ravens are losing 17-3 to the
Evan
Vikings.
McPherson gets a 27-yard field goal if you have him, by the way. Just throwing that out there really quick before that goes away.
Dallas down by 16 to the Broncos. The Saints down by 10. Like, nobody's playing well today at all.
Yeah, it's looking ugly.
It's kind of a bleak fantasy day. Bengals
I mean-
look like crap against the Browns. Like,
I mean, the Broncos are the best looking team today. Them and the Browns, I guess. I mean,
yeah, it's just a bleak fantasy day, man.
Yep. Not great. And it's making for some really tight matchups in my leagues. It's funny. Like, no one's getting any performance, so it's just making for tight projections on everything.
Yeah.
I pretty much, most of my games are within like 5 to 10 points. Most are within like 3 to 10 points.
Might be some decent IDP days, though, if with no scores.
Possibly. Very possible.
Or team defense, for that matter.
Very possible. Yeah, it's weird. Again, not really sure if I'm missing any action here. Really sad about Thielen being in over Booker. Booker sitting on my bench with 13.1 points versus Thielen, who has 0. Lamar Jackson gets a 12-yard rush. Oh, yeah, I am frozen over here. Cool. Just looking through some other matchups, see if there's anything that's kind of interesting. Yeah, that one's kind of switched. Dak Prescott, only 3.7 points. Not helping me. Stephon Diggs, only 2.4. Schultz, 2.7. Kenyon Drake, 0.3. Oh, I missed that. I started Harrison Smith today. I didn't realize he got put on the COVID list. I put him in last night.
Is that in Jason's league or
Yeah.
Redux?
That was in Jason's league. I put him in last night, and I guess this morning he was put on the COVID list. Cool.
I'm gonna start doing like Ben. I'm gonna check out of our own pregame show every week so I can do last minute lineup changes. He can do it because it's not his show. So
Yeah, just before 2 hours before kickoff, they just announced that he wasn't going to play today. That sucks. That sucks pretty hard.
Yeah, it does.
Because I have someone on my bench that I could have played in his spot, so I'm going to zero out there. Thanks, COVID. He probably doesn't even have COVID. So
I just got an alert that said Trevor Lawrence is back in.
That helps.
I signed up for that channel you were talking about.
That's good. Yeah, the this stuff with the COVID testing, I think also having some false positives. I mean, it's funny how we were going pretty good the whole first half of the season, and then all of a sudden, starting last week, it's just been a ton of positive COVID tests all of a sudden. And that's just, it's a little weird to me.
Well, they had a couple of guys that had false positives, and they got a couple of quick negatives, and then were still active. This is weird.
Yeah, I feel like because some of these guys are getting positive COVID, right? And then they're out for 1 week.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's not how that works. So it makes me think that there's a lot of false positives going on, and players are missing games because of it. So, yeah, it's pretty annoying, honestly.
I gotta try something real quick. Hold on. All right, I guess it's also bogging up the stream over here. It keeps freezing you on there. Lamar Jackson to Devontae Freeman for a 5-yard touchdown. That's the kind of fantasy day it's been. Devontae Freeman.
Yep. Jason Sanders makes a 42-yard field goal. So there's 4 quick points for you if you got Jason Sanders.
I actually don't have him this year. I had him in a few leagues last year. He was crushing it.
Yeah. I think I started him on a bye week at one point or something like that. So not too shabby. He's a good kicker. He really is.
Yeah, he is. Well, we got under 20 seconds left in a couple of games, a minute left in Texans Dolphins. Falcons Saints is about to kick off the third quarter, so we're going to miss halftime for lunch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not excited about it, but I think that we may just call this.
Yeah, I hate to call it this early, but at the same time, we literally can't keep up with anything. It's very important.
And I don't want people to sit here and listen to us bitch, because that's not fun for anyone to just sit here and listen to us complain. So it's just killed all of our ability to. And what's unfortunate is there's nothing else out there that does this. There's no other like play-by-play for all the games in one spot like this. I've done the research. I've tried to find it. I cannot find it. Unfortunately. Let me check one other resource really quick just to check, but unless Sleeper on desktop and I just didn't know about it, but I'm pretty sure not, which I'm surprised because they do have, I mean, they obviously have play-by-play capabilities, but
they have a lot fewer capabilities on their desktop than their app, though.
But their app will only show you the ones
on your teams,
on your teams, and it's not even set up well there.
No, it doesn't show up very well. It's goofy. So, and it seems like they're always a little bit further behind too, updating those. Yeah, I think we have to call it here.
Yeah, it's just not.
It's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, not a fan of how that's going today. So, but I can tell, like, I'm definitely frozen on both of my feeds again. It just won't go.
Yeah, you'll get one or two plays and they'll stop again.
Yeah, and the refresh takes so long that we can't keep up.
I am going to try to shoot them an email and just ask them what's going on. Because now all of a sudden, last week and this week, I'm having troubles with it. And just see what's going on. Because like you say, it's just out of the blue the last 2 weeks. And this week's even worse than last week was.
Oh, yeah. I think I refreshed twice last week, but this week I just haven't.
I've had to refresh to see every touchdown this week.
Well, like I just refreshed both of my panes because they were frozen, and I just sit here and spin for 5 minutes before it'll reload. So,
yep. All right, then. Well, let's go ahead and call it. Like you say that. Tyrod just threw an interception, so they'll probably take a couple. Well, they're on the Houston 26. I guess the Dolphins might try to score here before halftime.
Get one to my boy Waddle. That would be nice.
That would be real nice. We'll stick here till Texans Dolphins go to half, just in case Waddle or Gesicki or Gaskin get a touchdown, and then we can send a message to Zack and tell him, you don't have to come back, unless he wants to come back and call it solo. But we can't keep up.
He would only be able to do what he sees in red zone.
I was gonna say all he has is red zone. So
now there's a Alvin Kamara 19-yard reception. So Kamara had a pretty decent day. Jacoby Brissett throws a 21-yard pass to Durham Smith. So now they're down on the 5-yard line with 53 seconds to go. I don't know that they tried to run that at all. Seems a little bit risky.
What's their timeout situation?
I don't know.
Everything's so slow. I'm trying to click the team.
Greg Zuerlein.
Miami has 2 timeouts left, so they could try to run it once.
Greg Zuerlein gets to kick off. That's his first action of the day, surprisingly.
Yeah.
That's wild. Alvin Kamara with a -1 yard rush. They are into the third quarter, by the way, for those of you that are tracking that.
Yeah, Falcons Saints, they're already at 11.5 left in the third. They're moving and grooving.
Just some boring fantasy days for a lot of players.
Yeah. For real.
And then some others are having good fantasy days. But I feel like it's been that way a lot this season. Like, if you're lucky enough to have the 1 or 2 players that go off on that week, it's making you win. So you don't even necessarily have to have the better roster. I think that's why we see a lot of these teams that aren't very good, well-rounded at all, are at the top of their leagues because they just happen to have players like early on, like Mike Williams when he was going off. So those teams got boosted to the top. Cordero Patterson and Gronk, these players that went almost undrafted and stuff. So it's been a weird year for that sort of thing of just you just happen to have the right players the right week, and it doesn't matter how good your roster actually is. Maybe you're winning games over a team with a much, much better roster. It's annoying.
Yeah, those same issues have also made trading much more difficult because everybody's values are all over the place.
Yeah, it's made it nearly impossible, honestly, to trade. So
you put it perfectly one time when you said it gives the worst teams a false sense of security.
Yeah.
When they don't think they need to trade because they've had some of these guys do good out of nowhere.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, my God. All right, Kyle. Bean footage. I'll announce it.
Yep.
I'll announce it the best that I can. Let's put it that way. Oh, there we go. It's Mac Hollins. Gets a 5-yard touchdown reception from Jacoby Brissett. So, Mac Hollins. And
awesome.
And then some exciting news. The Cowboys blocked the punt from the Broncos. And the Broncos actually kind of recovered it and almost ran it for a first down, which I guess is how that works. And so, yeah, that was interesting. So now the Cowboys starting with the ball in good field position. 1st and 10 down on the Denver. Well, where are they going to get it exactly? It's going to be interesting. I don't know exactly where they're going to give it to him at because I'm not sure how that works. Man, that guy came through untouched.
Yeah, he did.
Jeez. That's wild.
And then unluckily, when it blocked forward still. So that was
Yeah. Brian Johnson for the Saints gets a 35-yard field goal for you. And of course, Jason Sanders got his extra point. So he got you another point there. Derek Carr with a 2-yard pass to Josh Jacobs. All right. Where are they spotting this here for? Is this going to be the Cowboys' ball? What is the ruling here? Is it because we touched it after it was blocked? Is that considered a muff or something and they recover it? And so they retain the ball?
They didn't make it to the first down, though.
Oh, they get to
just
keep
reset
the ball.
downs because
So
of
we
that.
blocked the punt, and because we touched it and then didn't, and then they recovered it, they got the ball back.
I thought a blocked punt was basically a fumble at that point.
Wow. That's how that works? Wow. So
Okay, that's a joke.
I don't
That's
know
a
the rules
joke.
of football. That's the first I've ever seen that. I didn't.
That's literally disgusting. That's ridiculous. They didn't even make the first down. They get a blocked punt that they recover. Don't run for the first, but they get it anyways because we touched it.
Yeah, because even if it's a fumble, yeah, they still have to pass the first down marker, right? Oh my God.
Derek Carr throws it to the Giants for a pick six. 41-yard interception return for a touchdown.
Wow.
That's unfortunate.
And Javonte Williams running like a dang man out here. Jesus. Just taking the whole team with him. Wow. Yeah, I'm not getting updates over here, so
I'm not either. I just happened to refresh.
yeah, didn't see that. All right, man. I say we just call it because we can't give people any play-by-play. It's just going to be us chatting. So
yeah,
seems boring for people. Not worth them sticking around.
Nope.
Sorry, guys. Not our decision, really.
Yeah,
it's been made for us.
Tune back in tonight for Sloppy Sundays. It'll actually be at 11 Central now, 9 Pacific instead of 12 and 10. So an hour earlier than usual. And then tomorrow night for Panic Room right after Monday Night Football. And immediately after that will be Safe Space with 7 o'clock. So hop back in for those. Appreciate y'all being here. Sorry for the technical difficulties, and we'll see y'all next time.
See you guys.